Tonight, we bring you this week's flight sim news with thanks to SayIntentions. We check out the Falco F8L, Flysimware's Lancair Legacy. We have Long Beach scenery and Fort Lauderdale coming right up. Hello. Everybody, happy Wednesday. Welcome to the middle of the week, the halftime show, the midweek shuffle. Welcome to the news. And we're slightly well, we're not really. I mean, I reckon it'll be half eight, but you're all very welcome in. Hope you're keeping well. We're just on the heels of the MSFS official stream, along with Mosa. Loads of fun. And you lot, great bunch of lads, slagging me hands and everything. I'd be trying not to be laughing. Why didn't that light turn on? I'd be trying not to laugh with some of the comments. It's absolutely brilliant. These are terrible. And also my arms are absolutely shagged. Oh, Jesus. I was holding the gadget up for 8. My arms are screaming at me. But anyway, hope you're keeping well, enjoying the weather. Outside, it's down to about 21 degrees, but inside, it's 27 degrees. Oh, but I think the temperatures start dropping back a little bit now. Right. I got more of the sun today. Right, terrible. Spray painted the shed, gave it a second coat, it needed it. And, right, me robot lawnmower went AWOL last night. He hit into the wall and he powered down. Charlie is his name. So I had to resuscitate him by taking out the battery and deleting the app and recalling him Charlie. So he's now hard at work, which is great, you see. But you're all very welcome aboard. It's great to see us. And well, thanks so much if you tuned in to the Moses stream with MSFS Official. Retriever Neil is here. Good evening. Super Ty, good to see you. Only 14 degrees, begob. Vacuum is in the house. Photos by Kev is here. The dinner is in the dog. Yes. Mrs. TPHI rambles in, ups and down. Good to see you, Mrs. Bellbro is here. Good to see you. Spitfire RAF 100 is in the chat. Welcome aboard, man. Uniform Goose. Good day, Goose. Hope you're well. Try the Mike is here. APU Inspector. Welcome aboard. North Coast Mike is here. Chucks. A very happy midweekage. Culkin is here. Toto 2495 and Mrs. Toto. Good evening, welcome in. Willow How Much is here. Muse fan bursts in the door early. Man, Muse, good to see you, buddy. It's a total different type of flying, all together. Brilliant. But yes, Mac Vision, welcome in. Malky Mac is here. Commander Snow, welcome aboard. The Boise is here. Idle Cutoff, Cambridge calling. Hello from Tipperary. Hope you're well. I'm Pierce, welcome aboard. 98 Vulcan. Good to see you, bud. You've been awake since 3 a.m. Oh, Jesus. Naughty Gnome is here. Thank you very much indeed. And good to see you, buddy. Mrs. TPHI, 200 streams of shenanigans. Jesus. Thank you very, very much indeed. Now, let me see. Mick Manser, welcome in. Andy11 is here. PQ is in the house. Nick, good to see you. Where's this now? Buttons. Thank you, Bell Bro. Creo, hello to all in County Mayo. Hope you're well. Viper Strike is in the house. Good to see you, Viper. CP, hello again. Old Veteran, 965. Happy Hump Day. Love the Moses stream. Some stuff that I may have to look further into. Of course, who knows what kind of special stuff is going to Expo. Ooh. Yes. Excited now. Absolutely excited. Looking forward to Expo. But good to see it. 3 in a row. Lies. All lies. Tarnish Mossman, good to see it. Sun Jammer's here. Just Roy, you're very welcome aboard. Cyrus T, the man of teal, has rumbled in. Good to see you, Cyrus. You might hear me aircon on in the background. It's roasting. That's what it is, right? The Impossible Face, good to see you, buddy. And where's this now? Island hopping in Hawaii with the cows, DA42. Beautiful, beautiful. Mugan is here, good to see you. Sumner, a very good day to Naples, Florida. Hope you're well, buddy. And Crafty Tigers, good evening. Stu Snape is here. Don't worry, it's the taking part that counts with the Red Bull racing. I was doing Red Bull racing. My arms are proper shagged. I'm not messing. I used to be able to do this. You know, I can only do this now. They're very tired. But yes, loads of fun. Sweating it out in Canada, coming over to Ireland to cool down. Excellent choice. Norse Viking, good evening. Commander Balosh is in the chat. Happy Wednesday. Not actually coming to Ireland. It's grand, it's grand. Goose, thank you very much indeed. Blinky is here. Welcome aboard. Did you have the chicken or fish? Yes, I remember now. I had lasagna. Brilliant. Heisenberg is here. Tier 2 for 19 months. I don't go outside anymore. Heisenberg, thank you very, very much indeed, buddy. Insane supportage. The Dameranian, welcome aboard. Good evening. Soaring AJ. AJH man, hope you're well. Shuffle Shoes shuffles in. AJH John, welcome in. Stu, watching for 160 streams in a row. Thank you very, very much indeed. Mad thing. Fierce Wolf is here, looking fierce. And Wolfie. Dougal McTavish, the chairman, who said, Murph, did you polish your joystick? I nearly fell off my chair when you said it, Dougal. Bloody hell. I was going to give you an LOL, and then I said, no, it's far too sexy. So, right. Just know, message received. Right. Brilliant. Filthy, good day to you. Hope you're well. Murph, what's the drink of the evening? We're on a, what are they called? It's juice. A cordial. There we go. My Waddy, or equivalent. Blackcurrant. It is grand. It's warm, you see. Carlos is here. Good to see you. Oh, yeah, the lip sync. Yeah, so it's kind of cool, right? So all my settings have to change for a different stream. So I have to run 2 variants of OBS. It's all science. But one OBS was given the game screen and obviously this camera, and then the other one was my main camera. And my main camera is synced with voice. So, yes, it was all terribly... technical, you see. But anyway, Norse Fight, or Captain Norse rather, good to see you, buddy. Hope you're well. Now, let me see. So happy with the Dutch citizen signed a petition to block the takeover of DigiD, system to keep all your personal data. Ooh, long live democracy. Yes. You never mentioned that you don't use the control on stream. You never mentioned that you don't use that control on stream. I've never changed my setup until recently. And then a whole load of stuff arrived today. So I'm going to have to change up everything again. Epic Fool is here. Good to see you. The air conditioning unit is flat out. But it's working. Do you know? I didn't kill Charlie. One Fly Air, good to see you. Hope you're well. Nutty Slack, welcome aboard. Sim Guy is here. Good evening. Sunjammer, thank you for 3 in a row. Welcome in. The Slick One is in the house. I'm not going to say anything. You can finish the intro quickly. Good man. It's a totally different type of flying. All together. Brilliant. Jersey Devil is here. Tarnish Mossman says, I'll be having thunder and lightning in the next few hours. We got a blast of thunder earlier on at around 4 o'clock out of nowhere. And then it went away as quick as it came in, which was weird. Do you know? Wills, 1985. Very good evening to you. Hope you're well. Now, Winkle Gassler is here. Tier 1 for 31 months. Thank you very, very much indeed, buddy. Sir Camsalot, Medude from Agoshlan Nua. You're very welcome in. I hear Mo's are working on a stick for smaller hands. Shag off, Sith. The absolute play. Where's Linny? Terrible. On national television, she said that. You know, brilliant. Now, the Impossible Face said it had 31 degrees earlier. Jesus. Yeah, that's pretty warm. Oh, go look, there she is now. Your man with the stick. Good to see you, Linny. Yes. I had to throw my phone away for that one. But brutal. It was brutal. Zybok Doc is in the chat, calling in from Denmark. Hello from Tipperary. Hope you're well. Californication. Good evening. Hope you're well. Derek is here. Darn Twitch. Our cat Lucifer just gotten candy from the wife. Looked me in the eye. Now it's your turn. Oh, Jesus. P.S. Mirandai. Hello there. Hope all is well. Now, let me see. Forder mentioned get a butt kicker. Who needs a butt kicker when you have a personal head kicker? Frying pan, right. Very bad lightning over Wales at the moment. Ooh. It's currently 25 degrees with CP. Jesus. Where I live, it feels like 29 degrees, sticky with humidity. The weather's gone, we're all chagged. The weather's gone terrible, lads, you know. Mike Coffey, good evening. Virtual Flight Diaries is in the house. Black Sheep Jean is here. He says, any news when the leprechauns will take their small hands and give you back your regular sized hands back? Thank you, Jean, for your contribution to the stream. I don't have small hands. These are normally aspirated hands. Right. You know, they're normal. It's terrible what's going on. Now, let me see. NW Aaron is here. Good to see you. Mayday, good to see you. Murph, can you drop a Discord link for FS Reborn? Leave it with me. Leave it with me. Flyboy Dyer's in the house. My coffee, good to see you. SoCal Jerry is here. JP Gaming, welcome aboard. Hello, Murph from the dark side. Mrs. Toto here saying hello. There she is, Mrs. Toto from the dark side. Hello, good to see you, Mrs. Kieran Nile is here. Good to see you. Welcome aboard. Yeah, we were flat out. It's a busy one. It's a busy one. Do you know? Let me see. Teeny tiny hands. I don't have teeny tiny hands. It's terrible. Katie Pilot's in the chat. Good to see you, Katie. Looking forward to Flight Sim Expo. Yes, we're going to see all sorts of new things and, you know, behind the scenes development of stuff. Can't wait. Hope you're keeping well, Mrs.
Myself to introduce
myself. Very excited for Expo, absolutely. So yeah, we have a fairly busy one now tonight, lads. As I said, news from SayIntentions, new features coming out, and we have 2 aircraft and 2 sceneries to check out as well. So it's going to be a bit of crack. It's going to be a bit of crack. Shall we get into the thing with the yoke? Yes, we shall. Transition. Now, did you ever see anything like it, you know? No, he has tiny hands, which is, hang off out of that. I don't have small hands at all. Expo is where everyone will see the small hands in real life. I don't have small hands. He hasn't got small hands. His watch just looks big. Yeah, we'll go with that so. Kubi Montana is here, good evening. Hope you're well, buddy. Right, now, buttons, do the work. Yes. So this aircraft here in front of us, this is the Falco. It's a brand new aircraft release on the marketplace. We're going to be checking it out tonight, right, to see what you think about them. They're not small, they're just far away. These are... Wait, I even have that sound bit. I've probably missed the moment, but sure, listen, we'll do it anyway and see what happens. Wait, it's here, look.
These are small, but the ones out there are far away.
Now, right, brilliant. It's only 21:47. Does that mean we're only 47 minutes into the stream? Yes. Your man sounds like he's in denial. Just hang off, will you? Just, me hand, I'm after batching my giant-sized hand. But anyway, yes, this aircraft, we're going to take it out for a blast here this evening because, well, they just kind of, you know, released it and we wanted to see what it was all about. As if you had the sound clip. Yeah, you wouldn't know what I have, you know.
He thinks you're the biggest agent of them all.
Wait, what was that? You know, and then of course...
You have a lovely voice. Very like Celine Dion.
Right.
Get a refund.
Ailerons into wind is here. Good to see you, buddy. Way to make a poor man paranoid. Big Al, welcome aboard. You must have a massive head, Murph. Yeah. Just shocking. Yeah, it's shocking. Right, anyway, we're going to start off with the news. And a big shout out to Vasco from MSFS.
Dreamy, sleepy, nighty, snoozy, snooze.
And to the guys over at FS Elite, to Callum on the team. That's where we get all our news. You see. So, Mrs. GPHI, I mean, for crying out, you can bring her nowhere. So, holy tabs on the screen. We'll start off. News, lads, from PMDG. And they have finally completed the update for the DC6. It's now compatible for Flight Sim 2024. This is great news. Now, it's not necessarily a massive kind of leap forward in terms of the DC6. They didn't really do much outside of optimizing some LOD and a little bit of cooking under the bonnet, if you like, or under the hood. But it does now mean that the aircraft is officially supported for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Does anyone have... Oh, I'm Pierce is having WASM crashes. So you need to go into your WASM folders and delete the DC6 folder. That will hopefully fix it. So it is compatible, but it's not a truly native aircraft. Cyrus T says the livery will be released tomorrow because the man is a genius. Thank you very much indeed, Cyrus. So what we have here, it has been a long time coming for fans of the old girl. The PMDG DC6 Cloudmaster, one of the most beloved classic airliner simulations in the entire hobby, has finally received its 2024 compatibility update, and it is available right now through the PMDG Operations Centre. This was flagged a couple of weeks ago from MSFS Add-ons when they were chatting, or they were doing an article from the PMDG update from Robert Randazzo. He mentioned that the DC6 was indeed being beta tested as a native 2024 build. Today, the update has shipped, and while some users had managed to get the aircraft running, it's now officially supported, right? So, it's worth being clear about the scope because PMDG have been upfront about this themselves. It is not a feature update or even a visual overhaul. The primary work involved adapting the LOD models to ensure visual stability on the 2024 platform, and alongside some minor technical adjustments to keep everything running. They say they deliberately chose not to add new features or functionality, focusing instead on getting the aircraft into a stable, dependable state for the new sim. To be honest, I'm not overly worried because the DC6 is still such an amazing aeroplane to fly. It just is. It's one of my favourites. It can be a little bit daunting. If you are a little bit kind of nervous about all the switches and the buttons and all this, you can avail, of course, of the virtual engineer, the flight engineer. PMDG built that into the product. Existing owners get this as a free update, or indeed, if you want to pick up the aircraft now, you can do so from PMDG's website. It will be coming to Marketplace in the coming days and weeks. Right. Hayden is here. Good to see you. Mick Ham, good to see you. Hope you're well. So there's a ton of tutorials over on the PMDG YouTube channel as well. But I got to say, it's great news, right? Because we've flown this aircraft for years. It's our flagship aircraft of the fleet. Of all the flying that we do, the DC6 tends to be the one I always kind of... It's just something about it. I don't know what it is. It's graceful. It's a bit like myself, you know. But anyway, so it's great to see that now updated. Would I like to see better features, new textures? Absolutely. But the fact that it's in the sim and it is now supported in 24, good enough. Good enough. At least we can get back to flying it without it causing substantial issues. If there is an issue there, as I said, with WASM, go into your WASM folder, clear it out, and then hopefully all will be well. Right. Moving on, iFly calling the 737 MAX Service Pack 1 huge, enormous, as beta testing enters the final stretch. So if you've been waiting on Service Pack 1 for the iFly 737 MAX, the silence that surrounded the project for the past several months, well, it's finally broken. The team posted a status update on their Discord server, and for the first time in a long while, the picture looks actually close to a finish line. This is going to be class. The lack of communication had, predictably, started to fuel speculation in the community, with no public updates for months on an update described internally as huge. Questions about the project's status had been circulating, and a few had reportedly been spreading what iFly now calls false information about the state of development. The news is this. Feature development is complete. According to iFly, the Service Pack 1 beta is now in the final stages, with the team's testers actively working through the software to catch regressions and make sure no new bugs have crept in. Brilliant. What the update also makes clear, the team is not working to a public deadline. Service Pack 1 will not ship until the team believes it's ready, which is, again, fair enough, you know. Murph, move your head to the right side of the screen and you can read the text. Move me head to the right. That requires far too much brain power. You mad? I could probably I could do something like this, actually. Hang on. Can I do that? No, I can't. Balls. Well, if I did that, you see, but now no one can read it. Sorry, Jerry. That would require brain capacity that I just can't do. But I'll look into it for you. I will look into it. Anyway, the 737 MAX, one of the most or more talked about Boeing narrow bodies in the sim, and yeah, I'm very much looking forward to this. We've no idea when it's coming, we just know it is coming. And some of the features that they're bringing to it, well, you can see it here. I mean, you can open up the engine covers, the cowling, there's just a lot more going on, in particular when it comes to the EFB. A massive overhaul is what they're rolling out there. Murph, you can put the behind camera on. Right. It's wrecked now. Balls. Wait, there, that's the original. SoCal Jerry said, I tried. You did try, and top marks for trying, you know. So anyway, the team's own description, a major update, though no public feature list has been shared at this stage. We've only seen a couple of pictures. We've noticed that there's texture overhaul. We've noticed that there's a new EFB, and there's plenty of more kind of eye candy going around the place. I'm very much looking forward to that. I haven't flown the Max in a while. We've flown it a lot. So yeah, looking forward to that one. Indeed. Now, Digital Aeronautics with their Hoplite. This is finally getting 2024 compatibility this June. Now, we've flown this aircraft. It is strictly a 2020 aircraft, but it works in 2024. We brought it for a hop, and I gotta say, this thing is incredible. The detailing the developers have gone into this, absolutely incredible stuff here. It's a tricky enough helicopter to fly. You have different options when it comes to the cockpit layout in terms of it's in Russian or it's in English. But overall, this is a phenomenal helicopter. It is a workhorse. And as I said, from the modelling, the texture work, the sounds, this is a great add-on. Finally, they have announced that their 2024 compatibility is going to be pushed out in June. Which is great news because, well, we're June in a few days. You know what I mean? If you already made the move to Flight Sim 2024, the experience was a little bit of a mixed bag. I mean, it did work. I didn't have savage problems with it. But with this announcement for 2024 compatibility, this should be just absolutely grand. It's also going to be a free upgrade for anyone who bought the 2020 version, which is great news. So, I can't wait. It's a great chopper, and to have this native in 2024, definitely going to put some more time in it because it's very interesting. Very, very interesting. There's also an update coming for the Polish pack, the theme content bundle that was originally expected in mid-May. Well, Digital Aeronautics say it's now moving to early June. While working on community feedback around 3D issues, including the wrong fuel tank positioning and door animation, the team discovered that correcting these elements required changes to the texture maps themselves, and those changes, in turn, affect the liveries directly. Given that the Polish pack is essentially a livery and cockpit release, the team had to rework it from the ground up rather than shipping it alongside and have kind of, unresolved visual errors. So we should be getting a separate dedicated post about the Polish pack from the developers in the coming weeks. Do you know what I mean? Legion Johnny, good to see you. Abdul is here. Welcome aboard. Yeah, it's a great chopper, lads. Anyone who has this, you know how good it is. It's just a great chopper. And it's... they're mad looking, right? But it's a great helicopter, and it's just fun to fly. It's a behemoth, do you know? So moving on, Just Flight. Well, their Fokker 70 and 100 are getting deep SimBrief integration with 2 FMS import methods confirmed. Pre-flight setup in a study-level airliner, it's just one of those things that can either make or break the immersion. Get it right, you feel like a real crew working through proper dispatch. Get it wrong, and it's 15 minutes of manual data entry before you even get to pushback. Now, some people prefer that, but at least now we're going to get the option. Just Flight seem to know this, and the latest dev update for the upcoming F70 Professional and the F100 Professional is focused almost entirely on making that pre-flight workflow as smooth as possible. The team confirmed 2 SimBrief official flight plan import methods for the aircraft. From the screenshots shared, both are already working within the sim. And earlier this month, Just Flight shared a substantial development update covering the completion of the AFCAS profile mode and also the aircraft's progress through the final testing. There's a lot of chatter around how it handles, vertical sync and all this kind of jazz. VNAV. So yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting to see. The first method works through the company route field on the FMS init page. Entering the departure and arrival ICAO codes, it triggers the FMS to search for an active SimBrief plan. If it finds one, the flight plan is loaded. If not, it falls back to searching for a locally stored flight plan on your PC, the same airport pair. SimBrief company route loaded. That's real handy. The second method, well, it's more deliberate. You enter the departure and destination airports into the from to on the init page, and then the FMS searches for both active and locally stored flight plans matching that pair. The results are displayed across multiple pages on a route selection page. One thing Just Flight specifically mentioned is that both methods are intended to work on console as well as PC. And that's an interesting point, considering console simmers often get left behind when it comes to SimBrief integration because of the local importing is usually housed on PC only. Having SimBrief, a native pathway that works on Xbox, is definitely a great addition. Alongside the FMS import work, Just Flight say that the team has added export options on the performance calculator app on the tablet. These will allow the outputs of a performance calculation, including your weight, fuel, takeoff speeds, to be pushed directly into the FMS. So send to FMS. It's a small feature, but can be very handy. Again, no release date yet, but it looks like they're on the final stretch here, putting these features in. I'm very excited to see these aircraft in the sim. Just Flight do incredible work, the level of detail, the scope of their projects. And let's not forget, these guys have brought their entire 2020 fleet into Flight Sim 2024 for free. Amazing developers, amazing. So yeah, very much looking forward to seeing the F70 and F100 coming soon. Now, update from Flight Sim Studios, the 2026 roadmap, E-Jet's autopilot rewrite, a 727 overhaul, and also the P2012 version 2 is in beta, and a mystery reveal. Ooh. Hey, Yanni's here, good to see you. Flight Sim Studio isn't the kind of developer that puts out weekly teasers, so when they do publish a status update, well, it tends to be worth reading. The H1 2026 report, maybe Q1, posted this week, covers 4 active projects and drops a hint about something new entirely. This is what they've shared. The E-Jets have been in development for what feels like a long time. They got off to a bit of a rickety start, and the autopilot has been a persistent pain. Flight Sim Studios say they've made a deliberate decision not to keep patching around its limitations. Instead, they're rewriting the autopilot logic from scratch, completely independent of the default autopilot system, which is a big commitment. But the reasoning seems to make sense. More control over aircraft behaviour and a reusable foundation for future projects. They say that once this work is finished and properly tested, the E-Jets version 1 milestone will be considered complete. After that, the focus shifts to a native 2024 version. However, no timeline has been given. Now, Flight Sim Studios, they were at Expo. They did an announcement last year. They were showcasing some of this stuff. So it is slow process, but, they've been making quality of life fixes outside of the autopilot as well. So moving on now, news of the 727. When they launched the 727 freighter, it was a bit of an unusual project for a developer known for more modern aircraft. The passenger variant followed in April 2025, rounding out the classic tri-jet lineup. Now, Flight Sim Studios say that both are heading toward a proper 2024 native version. The planned update includes new textures, a revised 3D model, and a range of technical improvements. They also said they're adding the ADV variant with auxiliary fuel tanks, and the studios say it'll serve as the new base for the Super 27. Interesting stuff. The 727, I haven't put much time in this from Flight Sim Studios. I mean, I've flown it once or twice. I was quite happy with it. It's a beautiful aircraft. But I'm kind of holding out, right, getting me teeth into a 727 because I know that there is a joint collaboration between FS Reborn and SWS. They want to bring their own aircraft into the mix. But yeah, I mean, I think anyone who has the FSS 727, I mean, it's a really good plane. Really good plane. Now, the P2012 Traveller version 2, this is an awesome twin Tecnam aircraft, the Tecnam P2012's twin engine. The scope expanded during development, partially because they decided to fold in a VIP variant that was announced at Aero Friedrichshafen. A brilliant pronunciation there. Nutty Taff, good to see you. The update is described as a native 2024 throughout. It includes a native EFB, walk-around mode, partial career mode compatibility, 3D passengers, and different cargo types. There's also been a significant sound overhaul compared to the current version. In terms of variants, they're planning the passenger, cargo, VIP, special mission, and skydiver, all native to 2024. It's a cool little plane. And Tecnams are very popular now in the real world for flight training schools. Very popular. They're very cheap to run. The P2006 version 2, which has its own dedicated following, is also on the roadmap, but the developer is treating the P2012 as the test platform first. Once the foundation is proven, then the learnings will feed into the P2006. They also mentioned that recent team growth and new partnerships have enabled them to start work on a new, as of yet unnamed project. They describe it as a bit unusual, but fitting with their identity as a studio, and there's a bigger story behind it. The reveal is scheduled for Saturday the 13th of June at 10:30 via the FS Elite live stream at FS Expo. So we're going to get an announcement, right? Reading between the lines, the update is about internal maturity as about specific aircraft. The developer talks about reducing long-term dependencies, building reusable systems, and preparing their workflow for where the sim is going. Interesting stuff. So it's good to see. I mean, the P2012, we flew that a lot in 2020, as the 2006. The 727, it's a very strong, stable aircraft for them. The E-jets, they do get better and better, but they're still, they're not there yet. You know what I mean? They're not there yet. But they're still lots of fun. They're lots of fun. Now, the BO-105, Stratoware and Miltech Simulations have released their ambitious helicopter for the sim. We did a quick test flight of this the other day, and I got to say, this is an amazing release. Miltech, bringing their experience from previous helicopters, they know what they're doing. Considering, they started off way back when with the Osprey. Do you remember that? Right? So it's not every day helicopter releases for 2024 with this kind of scope. The BO-105 by Stratoware and Miltech, it's now released, and on paper, it's one of the most complete helicopter packages we've seen for the sim. First announced back in January as a part of a partnership between two studios, the 105 originally targeted a Q1 2026 window, which of course came and went. But the wait appears to have been worthwhile. The 105 is a particularly interesting aircraft to bring to the sim. The West German light utility helicopter, famous in the aviation world for one unusual quality, the rigid rotor head, which allows it to perform loops and rolls most helicopters simply can't do. It's a machine that has personality, and it's served in dozens of countries across military, law enforcement, medical, and aerobatic roles since the 1970s. Ooh. So what we get a ton of different variants, and there's 13 different variants. There's a ton of liveries as well. Military with missile pod configuration, it's visual only. Medical, aerobatic, broadcast, police, mountain rescue, the list goes on and on. It is a phenomenal aircraft. There's more than 50 liveries, including one that Mrs. TPHI likes, which is kind of pink. And it also integrates with Miltech's Mission Hub, providing objectives and scenarios to fly with the helicopter. And for those picking it up through the marketplace, it will be compatible with career mode. According to the developers, the flight model was built with direct input from a real-world pilot flying the 105 and validated by experienced sim users. The sounds, which of course are excellent, come from Echo 19, who recorded the audio from an actual BO-105 in the States. Systems and cockpit gauges are described as being based on real-world manuals, and also has the PMS GTN 750 integration baked into it as well. Stratoware say the aircraft was developed with an uncompromising focus on realism, performance, and versatility, taking full advantage of 2024's native flight model. The aircraft is available right now. You can pick it up for $32.99 over on Contrail. And if you're in the Captain's Club as part of MSFS add-ons, well, then don't forget your membership includes a 15% discount on everything you buy through Contrail, which is huge, amongst others. So it's a 2024 release only. It's not available in 2020. So unless, of course, they change their mind. But what we're starting to see now more and more from developers, if they want to release on both platforms, they have to make serious compromises when it comes to features and capabilities to have it working back in 2020. That's something that Raoul said to us as well when it came to the Phenom. We've seen it across a lot of these kind of higher end technical aircraft, and developers really don't want to release the product missing these core features that really only 2024 can handle. So there's a bit there, Gav is here. Good to see you. Nice to have a finished jet after 5 years. It's nuts, isn't it? Jaws is nuts. So great news there. Now, Flysimware, the Lancair Legacy. This caught my eye a couple of weeks ago. We're going to check this one out tonight on the stream. Flysimware, they're known, of course, for the Learjet 35, the Sierra, and, of course, the 414 Chancellor. All excellent aircraft in the sim, and this is their newest project. And I gotta say, there is an awful lot going on here. What makes this project interesting, not only because Flysimware have now added a ton of features, and we'll be going through those tonight, but A2A are also working on this aircraft. So it's going to be interesting to see how the developers differ right? A lot of what we see in the Flysimware's Lancair, it's kind of influenced, if you like, from that kind of extra realism A2A blasted onto the scene when they brought us the Comanche. And clearly they have inspired other developers to say, that's pretty cool, we could do that. Well, Flysimware have absolutely done that, where they had systems depth before. This is going kind of really far into it because it's an entire maintenance area of the aircraft. They've nailed the sounds, they've nailed the flight handling, and the aircraft is still sold as a beta product. But there's a lot of features for a beta product and also a lot of updates. So we're going to be checking out this aircraft today, the Lancair Legacy. It's a beautiful little plane, right? A lot of these tend to be experimental aircraft, and the reason being is there's a lot of options when it comes to the engine, and also when it comes to ECM equipment or engine management, when they're making things do things they shouldn't. For example, I'm almost certain Austin has a Lancair Legacy. Austin Meyer, the owner of X-Plane, and he's consistently making changes and getting feedback from that aircraft, and he comes back and he tweaks the sim in order to be able to do it. You know what I mean? Lasagna! Fox! Good to see you. Got it, didn't you? Lasagna. Did you have the chicken or fish? Yes, I remember now. It was lasagna. Brilliant, right? But you're very welcome in, Fox. Hope you're well. So yeah, we're going to check this one out tonight to see how it's shaping up. Remember, it is a beta, but it's very, very nice. The sound package developed by Sim Acoustics using recordings of a real Lancair Legacy, and yeah, looking forward to this. Turbocharged variants will include custom mixture and supercharger style logic, and as you see from this aircraft, you get a lot of options. It's available to pick up from the Flysimware store for $46.99 US, or about €40, or about 35 Great British pounds. We'll check it out tonight. If you have any questions, let me know, and we'll probably will have a chat with Flysimware in the coming weeks to talk about this project, because there's a lot going on here. There really is. So I'm excited to share more on that. Now, although we have no brand new designs over at Flysimtees.com, I did want to ramble over to remind you, you want to be grabbing the stuff, if you want to grab the stuff, before it's gone. So, of course, the big kind of thing is pushing towards the 4th of July, Independence Day in the United States, and Gibbo has a lot of awesome designs here ready to go, and there are also customizable options. So, make sure you get yourselves sorted when you go to Flysimtees.com. There are some beautiful designs. That's Cessna one. We've always said we love the Cessna one, which is here. I do love that design. I've seen a couple of you guys have bought that one already, and it's just a very nice looking t-shirt. It's a beautiful design. But notwithstanding that, as I said, we have all the 4th of July stuff in here as well, and some really nice stuff here. Some really, really nice t-shirts that Gibbo has designed, and he makes them, and he packs them, and he ships them, and he does all the jazz. They're absolutely class. Some beautiful designs here for Independence Day. It's pretty cool, right? It's pretty cool. So make sure you check it out, and just keep an eye on FlightSimTees.com if you want to pick up, be it t-shirts, hoodies, zuddies, caps are in here as well. And Gibbo has sent me on another demo. Oh. Want to show you this one here. It's too warm to wear it, but there's upcoming merchandise, of course, for yours truly, and these are new baseball caps currently getting worked on. So we'll have more news on these soon, but the hats are they're top dog. So if you are in the market, if you want to buy yourself some beautiful Flight Sim Tees gear, or perhaps you're in content creation or a bit of marketing and you want to see your brand, reach out to Gibbo and he'll be able to do something. There's a new page on the website called Collaboration, or Collaborators in here, Collaborations, and it's all our stuff at the moment. But as I said, have a chat with Gibbo. He can design. The dude is super professional with this. Make sure you check it out. And for anyone then who has already bought from Flight Sim Tees, you know the quality. I mean, that's what it all comes down to. This t-shirt I'm wearing, this is the custom airport ICAO one. I'll show you this here. Basically, you send a mail to Gibbo and say, hey, I want this airport on that shirt, and he'll go off and he'll put in the ICAO code. You get this information of where it is, and you also get like a blueprint, even though it's yellow, of the airport. Mine, of course, is of Casement Aerodrome. That's where I was born and raised, and I wear this with absolute pride because I love it. And then people in aviation will go, hey, I understand the thing with the yoke. So yeah, do be sure to check it out. These are all customizable, and there's other options when it comes to customizing your stuff as well. Your name here, and also you can get your details even as nose art and numbers on some of the Warbird t-shirt designs as well. They have them in t-shirts, hoodies, zuddies, and caps. So there's a ton of stuff over there. Do be sure to check it all out, lads. And yeah, as I said, if you're on the fence, if you want to know what the quality is like, I wear all that gear. That's I wear it all the time. It's fantastic. So hopefully we'll see a few more designs in the coming weeks. As I said, this is Gibbo's kind of Independence Day, 4th of July lineup. And if you do like a design, just note, they don't last forever. He changes them up regularly. So there's already a number of different designs already finished. For example, our Bremen one, our Bremen t-shirt now, well, that's now finished. So when they're gone, they're gone. If you have one, well done, wear it with pride. But you get the idea. So massive shout out to Flysim Tees for that. And do be sure to check out their website. I'll leave the link in the chat for you here now, lads. Just have a browse of it. And if there's something that you like, or if you have an idea on a design, just let Gibbo know, and he'll let you know what the crack is. Now, over to scenery, I Builds announced London City Airport for Microsoft Flight Sim. We got a little bit of news on this last week. Now we've more information. There are a handful of airports in the world that sim pilots keep on a personal wish list. Probably because, well, they require special classification, or in, what's the word? They need to be... What's the name of the gadget? Endorsed. They need to be endorsed to fly there. Yes, I forgot. There is also a discount if you'd like to grab a discounted Flight Sim Tees item. 10% off using the code TTM at checkout. That'll save you 10%. So yeah, if you're interested in saving 10%, which saving money is always a good thing, use the code TTM at checkout. That'll give you 10% off. JB Alberta, good to see you, buddy. Hope you're well. So, IndyBuilds have confirmed it's coming to Flight Sim 2024, the project already in the final stages of development, and describing London City as the world's most unique commercial airports, a description that's hard to argue. The steep approach alone sets it apart from virtually every other commercial airport in the sim, and the compact footprint in the middle of a dense urban environment. It's a phenomenal airport. I've flown in and out of this in the real world myself as a passenger. So it's going to be very, very welcome to see. I mean, we have other renditions of this scenery. Orbex did one, UK 2000 did one. But IndyBuilds, I think, are just on a different level when it comes to their sceneries. When it comes to anything. Fantastic stuff. Very excited to see this. So the team have put particular emphasis on the details that define the airport: accurate airside layouts, custom ground textures, custom markings, realistic equipment placement, and the surrounding docklands. The feature list includes handcrafted ground textures for the runway, apron, and landside areas. It also highlights the operational variety that it offers, including that of short-haul European business routes, regional services, corporate jets, and of course, the steep approach operations. No release date just yet, but we'll be watching this one very, very closely. It looks like it's going to be a stellar release. We just need IndyBuilds to make us a Dublin now, and I'll be happy, you know. But that's brilliant. Now, Crosswind have released Long Beach Airport, Kilo Lima Golf Bravo. We're going to be checking this one out as well tonight. Published by IndyBuilds, Crosswind Studios, they're even showing the historic 1941 terminal at the heart of the scenery. This is pretty cool. The main terminal, built in 1941, designed by William Horace Austin and Kenneth Smith Wing, and adorned with murals and mosaics depicting aviation-related themes. It's an Art Deco landmark sitting in the middle of a working airport. Crosswind Studios have released their rendition of Long Beach for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, and it's available over on the IndyBuilds store, priced at in and around $16 US. Long Beach occupies an interesting niche in the greater Los Angeles area. It sits close to LAX to benefit from the regional traffic patterns, but it operates on a completely different scale and personality. The airport, well, it's known for its compact terminal layout and strict noise regulations. It serves a range of domestic routes with airlines including Southwest, Delta, Hawaiian Airlines, operating services to the likes of Las Vegas, Phoenix, Salt Lake City, even Honolulu. What makes this scenery genuinely interesting isn't the airline mix, it's the approach. Despite having a long runway, a displaced threshold turns what might seem like a straightforward arrival into something that rewards attention. It's one of those airports that's more engaging to fly than the name might suggest. The airport traces its roots back to 1919 when Earl S. Doherty established what is considered the world's first flight school on the site before convincing the city council to transport it into a municipal airport in 1923. They described the scenery as built from the ground up with performance optimization and a stated priority alongside visual fidelity. The feature list covers custom imagery across the entire airport, a modelled terminal interior, dynamic night lighting and surrounding commercial industrial buildings that give Long Beach its wider sense of place. Ooh. Crosswind have been growing their catalogue and they do some really, really nice sceneries. So yeah. Great stuff there. You can pick it up, as I said, over on the Anybills store. Nice. Aer Lingus, 90 years old today. Correct and right, but RTA are wrong. The first flight did not take off from Weston. It took off from Baldonnel and they flew to Bristol. You know, fake news. They should have known better. But yes, Aer Lingus, this day 90 years ago, did its first flight from Baldonnel to Bristol. It was also technically it was their first cargo flight as well. They brought newspapers. But anyway, Clifford Designs is back with his rendition of Niagara Falls to Flight Sim 2024 and of course including the animated waterfalls and mist effects. Now, Niagara Falls is nothing new to us in Flight Sim, or particularly in this community, because our one and own Jeppesen 2001, well, he released a rendition of the scenery some time ago, which was absolutely incredible. I remember having a chat with him. We were looking at all the photos when he was there, showing us the raincoats and all this jazz. Well, Clifford Designs have now taken a stab at it. I do like what Clifford does. They make some beautiful sceneries. The add-on, available for just $5, focuses on what makes the location special in the first place: the water. Clifford say the package features custom animated waterfalls with like water flow, spray and mist effects, covering both the iconic Horseshoe Falls on the Canadian side and the American Falls to the east. We have a little trailer here we'll have a quick look at. Just need to hide the music there, maestro. Right? We'll have a quick look here and let's see what happens if me buttons work. Hope it does. Actually looks pretty good. We need to watch it again. The mist effects are beautiful, aren't they? Very, very nice indeed. So Clifford Designs with his rendition of Niagara Falls. You can pick it up for just $5 and it's available over on the Contrail website. That's where you can grab it there. So moving on, MK Studios, another scenery we were checking out tonight. They have released Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport for Flight Sim 2024. South Florida, one of the busiest airspace environments in the United States, and for a long time it's been underserved in Flight Sim 2024. MK Studios have been working to change that. Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International, the third busiest airport in Florida, also a major hub for Caribbean and Latin American routes, well, it's now available. The first piece of what the developer is calling their America project. Andy's here, good to see it. Yeah, Heisenberg, that's the same. Yeah, it's mad. The airport handles a heavy mix of domestic and international traffic with strong connections to the Caribbean and Latin America. It's a natural choice for anyone who likes flying the US East Coast or running Caribbean routes. According to the product listing, MK Studios have included a highly detailed recreation of the airport's layout based on recent real-world references, with custom ground textures using PBR, animated jetways across all terminals, realistic approach lights and stop bars, and even detailed taxiway signage and apron markings. They've also modelled the surrounding environment, what they describe as photogrammetry matched terrain, and the highway network around the airport has been brought into 3 dimensions, adding depth to your approaches and departures. Quick look here. We will be checking this one out on the sim anyway. Looks gorgeous. And flying down this neck of the woods, MK Studios, not their first kind of Florida-based scenery. They did Key West, which is I thought was incredible. This is really, really nice. I just need someone to make a really good Opalaka, and then I'll be happy. But this looks particularly nice. And you know, flying this neck of the woods, Fort Lauderdale, you have a lot of options up the coast, but it does look very, very nice. Very, very nice. Heisenberg, yeah, it looks great, doesn't it? Looks great. So we're going to be checking this one out a little bit later on tonight. So it's available right now. You can pick it up over on Contrail, and $22.48. A lot of people reporting the slope runway is breaking landing gear in the PMDG. Really? We'll have to check that one out. We'll have to check it out. Now, something that we touched on briefly during our FS Reborn stream was from NZA Simulations, because they've completely rebuilt Mount Cook region for Flight Sim 2024. And I got to say, from what we saw briefly, it's incredible. Now, the Mount Cook region, it includes a number of airports, but it also includes all the little huts and helipads that you can fly in and out of the region. It's beautiful. We've seen this back in 2020. They've now rebuilt it, fully rebuilt it from the ground up, and it's working exclusively now with Flight Sim 2024. It's gorgeous. It follows the same pattern of revisiting earlier work. We've seen this already when they did Milford Sound, Wanaka. Just incredible updates on the previous sceneries. They're able to pack way more stuff in there, tons of more objects, and it's better optimized now thanks to the new LOD system running in Microsoft Flight Sim 2024, right? We'll show you this video just to give you an idea. This is impressive, to say the least. This is beautiful. Absolutely fantastic. And what a location. I mean, we actually, when we stream this, we're actually showing off the FSR 300E, the Phenom, and there's enough space at the airport to drop in an FBO, and it just fits the scenery beautifully. Absolutely incredible stuff. So it's a brand new release, completely rebuilt from the ground up. You get a ton of different scenery objects. As I said, you get all the different huts, you get a couple of airports. Very, very nice indeed. Anyone who owned version 1, well, NZA are offering a 20% discount for version 2 over at the NZA website, and also Orbex. The InSim marketplace will have that as well. For new buyers, it's also available through all of those channels too. So this is a spectacular part of the world to go flying in, up around Mount Cook. And we were over at the Haast and the Franz Josef Glacier. I landed in a helicopter here a couple of months back. So incredible. Echo 19, dude, good to see you, buddy. Happy Wednesday. And dude, phenomenal work with the 105, with the FSR 300. I mean, do you get any sleep? Right? Echo 19, he's a sound man. Welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. Now, news here from Flight Panels. They've launched the A340-600 Stream Deck profile for the Aerosoft and Tolas aircraft. Flight Panels have partnered with Aerosoft to release a suite of Stream Deck profiles for the Aerosoft A340-600 Pro. Developed in collaboration with Aerosoft, the new product lineup includes the aircraft profile, autopilot profile, and also the AeroLens Pro Enhanced profile, all designed specifically for the A340. The main aircraft profile, priced at £25, includes more than 730 custom-designed and pre-programmed buttons spread across 23 pages. Now, we've checked out Flight Panels before. These are amazing. These are bespoke Stream Deck panels that you can install. They work with the Stream Deck Plus, the XL, the standard Stream Deck. These are incredible kind of home cockpit devices that gives you massive control over specific aircraft just by using your Stream Deck. It's genius. And what's nice about this is they're bespoke. They have beautiful icons. They're plug and play, load the panel, load the aircraft, boom, away you go with it. These guys do some really, really nice work. And with all the different ones that they have, from the autopilot, the main aircraft, and the AeroLens Pro Enhanced, that's all to do with the camera management. This looks to be the full setup. Again, you can see from the screenshots here, when it comes to this bespoke modeling, when it comes to all the icons, it's easy to move around. It's easy to navigate all the different menus and see what's available, what you can interact with, and they're animated as well. If you're using something like a Stream Deck Plus, these have the rotary dials, meaning that you can change your baro, your radio, heading, autopilot, all that stuff. Incredible bit of software this is. You do need a Stream Deck, but I highly recommend the Flight Panel stuff. They're fairly decent when it comes to updates as well, and they're constantly redefining what's possible in terms of controlling the aircraft. What makes this one even better is the fact that they work directly with Aerosoft to get everything in. So yeah, I think anyone who's already a customer of Flight Panels, it just works. And if you're thinking about it, I mean, look, if you have a Stream Deck and it is compatible across all the Stream Decks, this is a great way to go. It gives you massive scope when it comes to controlling aircraft. And it's not just that aircraft. They do general aviation, they do the G1000s, they do lots and lots. So you can ramble on over to Flight Panels. I'll share you the link. This one is a link directly to their Aerosoft one. But check out their website. They have some really nice ones there. The guys who run it, they're nice guys. They're sound. They're active in the Discord. If you had an issue, they'll talk to you, you know. Just got the Corsair Galleon, good man Mugan, with the Stream Deck built in. Isn't great for buttons, but not many make profiles specifically for it, but I found some that work. Yeah, so I use the Galleon. To use it as a Stream Deck, you're kind of half limited. You're not fully limited. It's a great bit of kit. Like if I were to show you my Stream Deck now with the Galleon in here, right? Can I make that bigger? That's the layout, right? So I have these. You've four like little mini panels. They're glass panels. You can't press them or touch them or move them, but you can certainly interact with them. You can see there the volume coming up and down, right? And this one I have weather, and I can change the pages here. Click of a button, right? So here's my radio frequencies. I can do com and nav, and I see all this. I can see my CPU and GPU usage. I can see my RAM usage. And I've quick. I can open up Navigraph, SayIntentions. I can do all that stuff using the keyboard. Now, it's not cheap. It's far from cheap, is the Corsair Galleon, but it's excellent. The SD100, it is an excellent keyboard. I showcased this on the channel some months ago. Shout out to Corsair and Elgato. They sent one out to me. I love this thing. This has replaced my keyboard. This is my main keyboard now. I think it's excellent. And if anyone else has picked them up, I'm sure you're pretty impressed with them as well. Great bit of kit. Absolutely great bit of kit. Lenny says, which Stream Deck would you recommend, Murph? If you're into flight simming, I would say the Stream Deck Plus. This kind of guy. It gives you those rotary knobs. If you want to go absolutely bat crazy, like Stu Snape and others, you can get what's called the Stream Deck Plus XL, or maybe it's the Stream Deck XL Plus, which gives you 6 rotary dials and an absolute barrel load of buttons. More buttons that you'll ever need, ever, right? But it's all down to pricing. I still haven't picked one up yet. It's on my list of things I want to get. I have another Stream Deck Plus here. I swear by these. Just to give you an idea, 1, 2, I have 3 Stream Deck Pluses, 3 of them, right? Then I have 1, 2 standard Stream Decks, and then I have 1 Stream Deck XL. I swear by these. I couldn't do what I do without them. And you might say, what are you talking about? This allows me to do all my stuff. Interact with my OBS, it can interact with the sim, it can interact with my cameras if I want to disappear myself like that. That's what all these buttons do. It's incredible. Do you know what I mean?
What a man does.
You know,
Now, you could push it in. You could pull it in. Or tow it in. Right here.
excellent. But that's what you can do with them. I have a Stream Deck 2. Nobody seems to do profiles for it. Stream Deck 2. What's a Stream Deck 2? I have the mini Stream Deck as well. To be honest, I don't really use it. Can I print money? It can do anything but print money. You know, Murph, you're gonna go over the FSLTL Navigraph update. Yeah, we have it there. Got that and the XL sys too. More buttons and Murph can press. 100%. Mr. TPHI, good to see you, buddy. The 5x3, the Stream Deck 2. I have a Stream Deck 2. Standard Stream Deck, as I call them, right? So, Stream Deck 2. That's mine. So what I use for this one, this changes all my filters in the sim. So for example, click of a button, I can do things like that using reshade. You know, or I can do this kind of crack. Ew. Right? Amongst other things, you know, I have other stuff. I can open up charts and all the jazz. I'm Pierce, I can do a lot. That's the standard Stream Deck or Stream Deck 2. I use it all the time. So yeah, pretty cool. Coincidentally, put the 3D printer at work. Good man, Roy. Printed a case for the 32 Stream Deck. Oh, nice. Gibbo made me some savage 3D printed cases for this gear. So I have an XL and a standard Stream Deck all in the one gadget. It's very, very good. Gibbo's here. Good to see you. Shout out for the Stream Deck mobile app. Can have hundreds of icons and pretty cheap to buy. Throw it on any old tablet lying around. Much more real estate than a Stream Deck. Again, yeah, 100%. So the Stream Deck mobile app, I'm trying to think. Well, I can't remember. I think they give you 6 tiles for free. Am I right in saying that? Or you can get, I mean, you can literally plaster as many different tiles as you want, and you throw it onto something like your phone or a tablet, and it works the very same. You know what I mean? Daz is here. Good to see you, buddy. Bossman Gaming, welcome in. So, yeah, fantastic. Stream Decks are just fantastic. I think, you know, when it comes to flight simming as well, it's people use them all the time. Do you know? Naughty Gnome has one as an overhead, and as Gibbo says, you can use the Stream Deck mobile app. And I'm almost certain you can get that for free. Now, I could be wrong, but I think you can get it for free. And then if you want to expand it to multiple more tiles, then you pay for it, you know. Yeah, you can even use your virtual Stream Deck in SPAD and MobiFlight. So you can actually have it, you can design your own flight panels if you wish, you know. It's cool. Now, news coming in from PlayStation. 5 new aircraft have hit the PlayStation 5 marketplace, from a Coronado GA Classics to a Cold War bomber. Ooh. So the recent updates to the PlayStation 5 Microsoft Flight Sim marketplace. There we go. Coronado Centurion is in there. Also, Azure Poly getting the Jag. I'll try that again. The Jag. That's better. The Transall is in there. Just Flight getting the Vulcan, which is great to see. And Top Max Studios got their Black Widow in there as well. So great to see more aircraft on the way now to our PlayStation pilots. And my recommendation out of this entire list is the Vulcan, because it's incredible. The Jag, because it's the Jag. The Transall, I love the Transall. The Black Widow, that's an absolute behemoth, mad plane. And the Coronado CT210N, or Centurion, it's one of their better ones. It's quite a good one. So great to see them now being released inside PlayStation. So PlayStation pilots, rejoice. Get the C-160, it's only deadly. And get the Vulcan, it's only deadly. And you get the iconic Vulcan howl, right? Beautiful. Now, this is something you guys have been chatting about, and I have it. I haven't finished testing it, and I know Forder did a full kind of deep dive of this as well. The product is called Glass Out. And basically, you can stream cockpit instruments to your phone, tablet, or a second screen without having to go through popping out screens. This thing is quite literally genius. Multi-screen cockpit setups are more popular than you might think, whether it's a spare monitor repurposed for a G1000, a tablet on a kneeboard, or even a phone propped up next to your keyboard. Well, simmers have been piecing together secondary displays for years, and the Microsoft Flight Sim pop-out system does kind of get you there eventually, but it's manual and there's a drop in frames and you've all this kind of, A new tool called GlassOut, currently in public beta, is trying to improve the whole process. It's built by Arter, the independent developer behind Flying Art, the same studio that previously released tools like Cabby and Simbox. The concept, straightforward. GlassOut reads instrument panels directly from the sim as live DirectX 12 textures, then it streams them in real time to whatever device you want, whether that's a phone or a tablet or another monitor. The key difference from the traditional approach, there are no manual pop-outs required at all. You launch GlassOut and then it's able to handle everything because it's capturing the data directly from the sim. It pulls raw DX12 textures, meaning no screen captures, no OCR, and no compression. It also means a zero hit on your GPU, as encoding is handled entirely on your CPU using JPEG compression. On the display side, you build a profile in the GlassOut app, define crop areas to isolate individual instruments from larger Atlas textures, and arrange everything on template canvases. From there, a single click deploys the layout as borderless windows at exact pixel positions across your monitors. What makes this thing absolutely brilliant? You can literally just grab an individual element of the avionics to display. For example, your vertical speed, or your airspeed, or your altitude, or your frequency. It can pinpoint directly into those small little screens. We have a video here. Bring this up the road.
Microsoft Flight Simulator and streams them live to any device on your network. Your phone, your tablet, a spare monitor, a physical cockpit you built in your basement. Here's the key difference. GlassOut does not pop windows out of the sim. It reads the panels directly from the simulator in the background while you fly. No third-party tools, no setup ritual, no accidentally dragging your PFD into oblivion. You launch the app, and the panels are just there. Pixel-perfect capture straight from the simulator. Crop individual gauges out of any Atlas texture. Deploy a saved layout across every monitor with one click. Native iOS and Android apps. Touch panels stay fully interactive. And because all the compression happens on the CPU, your GPU doesn't even notice we're running. GlassOut works with any aircraft, default, study level, freeware, payware. There's no compatibility list because every developer builds their cockpits a little differently. So before you buy, run the demo on your favorite plane and make sure everything you care about shows up cleanly.
This is
Need
absolutely
the full
huge.
reference? Documentation lives at glassout.fly.
Documentation lives at glassout.com. This is absolutely genius because prior to that, you either had to pop out your panels or you'd go to like, what's the name of it? What's the name of the gadget? I'll find it here now in a second. Cams or decks, is it? No. Where did I hide this? It's not multiplayer, is it? No. Nav? Yes, Air Manager. So Air Manager, you have to buy a license, then you need to buy a second license if you want it on a different PC, and then you have to go off and buy licenses for each and every panel. Now, it's worked great over the years. But this thing, now it's only for Microsoft Flight Sim, but this thing is genius. It's absolutely genius. So it supports both 2020 and 2024. The price is currently set at $16 as a one-time beta price, but the price is going to go up to $22 soon. That includes all the future updates for the major version and a 14-day, no questions asked refund window. This is genius. It changes, like anyone who's using other screens or, your phone or a tablet, if you wanted to get instruments, it's just Pop-Out Manager kind of does it, but that's a pain. This is way cleaner. It's using it does it a different way. Pop-Out Manager pops it out and it tries to handle where things are, but then you get the frame rate drop. This doesn't. This is incredible. So it's great. I can tell you it's great. It's well worth it. I've seen no performance issues. Takes a little bit of while to set up each profile, and depending on the aircraft, you'd set it up, right? But it's brilliant. Particularly naughty, if you wanted to put these properly onto your Xenon Edge, this is the way to go. It is excellent. Excellent, right? So I leave a link to it here, lads, if you're interested. Here's the website. It's genius. And it's great to see. But yes, let us see. Do be sure to check it out. Yes, Roy, we need to check out that as well. Jays, it's all happening now, Roy. It's all happening now. Bear with. Buttons over here. As we press many buttons. So I was mentioning this before from Just Roy, right? Where is this now? The best thing to do, Roy, I'll grab these and show them. So there's two programs here that Just Roy has made, right? And they're deadly. Where is this now? There's one. Where's the other one gone? Hold. And there it is. No, it isn't. Wait now. Where's this now? Right, where's the link for the other one? They're in the add-ons channel anyway. Let's see here now. Right, add-ons. Aha. So, I want to show you this briefly. Just Roy has made a utility. And he's made two utilities. We're going to have a look at this one first. And these are free. You can pick them up. Roy, who's here in the chat, made these himself. The first one is the Flightsim 2024 Airport Conflict Manager, right? It's a small utility to help find airport conflicts between community payware scenery and then the default Microsoft Asobo Gaia handcrafted airports in the sim. It scans your content XML and your community folder. It highlights possible ICAO conflicts, and it helps you spot where a payware airport may overlap with the built-in content. Now, why this is important, if you buy a third-party scenery, we don't always know, wait, is there a handcrafted scenery for this? Right? And what happens is you might load it in, you don't notice, but you're not getting good performance because, well, the sim is rendering two different sceneries and it kind of freaks out rendering both of them at the same time. So usually you'd have to go into your content manager in the sim, put in the ICAO code, find it and say, yeah, that's the one, disable it. This software does it directly from the desktop, right? So it detects community or payware airport conflicts by their ICAO code. It groups the Microsoft and Asobo handcrafted airports clearly, shows conflict severity, be them a hard conflict, soft or low, supports add-on linker, so you can horse that in using this software to use your add-ons linker, includes backup and restore options for your content file. So once you activate this, it automatically saves your content file, right? If you have any issues, it's easy to go back. You can compare your content XML with the scenery indexes cache, and you can export the scan results into Excel. It's designed to be a detector. That's the idea. The sim might automatically restore stuff, but the main idea here is this will detect any conflicts if you have two of the same scenery. All right. A manual of the current build is attached, and you can also see where you can grab it from. So there is a link. I'll link it to here. This is where Roy is sharing it. So I'll link that. And then there's a manual is available over on our Discord as well. This is very handy for checking to see if you've issues with double scenery, right? But that's not all. There's more. Because he also made this. This is a controller backup system. So at the moment, if you want to go along and create or export your controllers, we've all had it. The sim updates, you jump in, and then all your stuff is wiped. You're like, what in the name? You can do it manually. You go into your packages folder, your content, you go in all there, and you'll find a system file. It's called WGS, and you can back that up, and that's everything saved. It's a very manual process. Again, what Roy has created here for free is a simple plugin that will allow you to back up and restore your control profiles. That means every button that you've bound, all the axes, all the control responses, all of it, it's all done by this little tool here. All right. So what it does, it backs up your 2024 controller profiles to a zip file. You can restore the files back to the correct folder. It'll identify the newest profile per controller, hide older or disconnected controller profiles, and safely archives and removes profiles for controllers you're no longer using. The tool is in the final stage of testing and will become available first here and then after. And it's all from Just Roy. Here's a screenshot of how it works. You scan, you point it to your Microsoft Flight Sim folder, you scan your different profiles, and then you can select which one you want. You can see the controller, if it's connected, what profile or preset in the sim, right? An XML date if it's saved by XML. When the file was changed, the size, and, you know, the advice, should you back this up, right? And what you can do, you can export it or export all of them, but you can also import them. Import is brilliant because let's say, for example, you know, you've changed your machine, or you're going somewhere else and you want to use your controls on a different machine. It's a simple import, or the sim deletes them and you're starting from scratch. This is a sure way of just saving all your control inputs. All of them. And as I say, that's any single button that you've used in the sim in order to do it. This does it for you. Absolutely brilliant. Can we get some pints of Guinness emotes into the chat for Roy, because he made all this himself? Absolutely brilliant. So fair play to him. He's made these for the community for free on the PC. So if you want to find them, lads, they're over on our Discord. And I'll give you, here's a link to the second file. This is the one for your controls. It's a direct link to where you can download it, and do be sure to check it out on our Discord page as well. Huge thanks to Just Roy for making all of this. It's all for free, yeah. The man's an absolute legend. He's a legend. So, great stuff. Absolutely brilliant stuff, Roy. You are a credit to the community because you're making these tools for us to have a better experience with the sim. Control profiles, and then also detecting if you have conflicts with default Microsoft Asobo, Gaia simulations, bespoke airports, and custom airports. If you load in a third party over one of the handcrafted ones, they have a conflict. You know what I mean? So that's where all of that is. So massive shout out to Just Roy. Great stuff there. My dude. Great stuff. So moving on, Rex building a creator program around Atmos and applications are closing soon. So if you ever scrolled through a Flight Sim Discord, stopped on a jaw-dropping screenshot and wondered what preset is that, well, Rex Simulations are building a program specifically for that question. The developer has launched the Rex Preset Developer Program, a community initiative aimed at creators who use Rex Atmos or Rex Atmos Core to produce custom visuals, presets, and cinematic environments in Microsoft Flight Sim. The idea behind the program, well, Rex say some of the best Atmos visuals out there already coming from within the community, and they want to give those creators a proper home. Selected applicants will receive a personalized developer space inside the official Rex Discord, where they can share presets, assets, screenshots, and techniques, as well as connect with other creators and the wider community. Ooh. Why made payware? The little tools help each other out. Roy, it's awesome, buddy. Absolutely awesome. So if you're into making presets using Rex Atmos, well, they want to be able to feature your creations and then push them on to the greater community. So nice word there. I don't know, is any of you guys using Rex? I used it when it first came out. I was impressed by it. I mean, you can do a ton of customization, and it's not doing any kind of tricks like reshade or any of that. It's doing it live in the sim. But I always kind of wanted this auto mode, you know, automatically detect, and then, because that's what Rex used to do back in the day, right? Rex used to transform your sim. It still does. I've been watching some of Jamie's content, and he's using Rex, and like he's really dialing in the visuals. It looks class. I still think I can achieve what I want using Reshade, but Reshade comes with a bit of an FPS hit. Rex, it's less of an FPS hit. But you have to buy it, you know, that's the difference. Reshade is free, Rex you have to pay for. But it's a nice bit of stuff. Stu picked it up at the weekend. Nice. Use it for some small tweaks. You use it with Reshade. Okay, nice. Yeah, I must. I'll go back and check it out again. I mean, I do have it.
Hello there.
It's you know, it's a fine bit of software. You know, ATC Jim, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Now, news here: a collaboration between Navigraph and Flight Radar 24, which is bringing live traffic to Microsoft Flight Sim, starting with FSL TL. Back in April, the Flight Sim community hit a bit of a bump. FSLTL lost access to the unofficial Flight Radar feed. The unpaid API was shut down, leaving a lot of simmers suddenly without live traffic injection that they come to rely on. That's changed. Navigraph and Flight Radar have announced a formal partnership that brings officially licensed real-time air traffic data into the sim. The first implementation, appropriately, through FSLTL, which means that users of the popular traffic injector can now get Flight Radar 24 data back into their sim, this time through a proper licensed platform. But it gets more interesting. Rather than just FSLTL, Navigraph is launching a full data API platform for third-party flight simulation developers, and according to the announcement, several integrations are already underway. That means tools like Beyond ATC, SayIntentions, and other ATC environments, virtual airline systems and others, could potentially tap into the official Flight Radar 24 data through the same pipeline. Navigraph CTO and co-founder Stephen O'Connell put it directly: the collaboration with Flight Radar creates new opportunities not only for sim pilots seeking greater immersion, but also for third-party developers building the next generation of simulation, ATC, and aviation experiences. This could be huge. Until now, real-world traffic data in flight simulation has largely relied on informal arrangements or community-built walkarounds. An officially licensed, developer-facing API platform from Navigraph sitting on top of that, well, it's a very different foundation. Now, to explain one further, so we have different traffic injectors, right? FSLTL, of course, Beyond ATC do one, AIG, and so on. What SayIntentions do, similar, they don't necessarily use the live gate data, right? Because in their product, they have to be able to control, you have to be able to sequence. And while it's always well and good seeing live aircraft, how do you control the live aircraft? It needs to have some sort of a run-up. So SayIntentions, well, they use schedule-based systems, and they have tons of things, and then you can enhance that further inside the product. It's incredible what it can do and how realistic it is. But because the likes of SayIntentions, it will sequence all that traffic. Getting traffic injection with the likes of FSLTL, you can't interact with it. You can't stop aircraft coming at you or taxiing or flying through you and all this sort of jazz. SayIntentions is different because it is, you know, properly scheduling and controlling all of that traffic. You see? So it's very interesting. Do you know how to get the wing control throttles to work with Airbus? SWAT-Med? Yeah. Depends on what Airbus, but yeah, a lot of it goes through their own software, or you can use MobiFlight. You know. Also with SayIntentions, you don't need to worry about using the FSLTL injector. Just use their you can use their models. SayIntentions works with the FSLTL models, which is great. But yeah, so in order to get this, you need to have an active subscription with Navigraph, and that's the ultimate subscription. So if you know, it's not free. That's the thing. You know, if you have Navigraph and you're looking for that traffic injection through FSLTL, well, if you have an ultimate subscription, you can get it. If you don't have the ultimate subscription through Navigraph, well, you can't get it. Simple as that. You know, you're trying to get it work with Boeing. They won't do it natively, so you'd need a third-party program, something like SPAD.next or MobiFlight. I would say MobiFlight. You know. That's why VATSIM is best. Live injections won't be controlled. Yeah. Well, Jim, we'll SayIntentions do the same. They don't control the live injection. It's all controlled because it's based on schedules. You see, and that's all done from an AI model, which is it blows my mind how they do it. You know. So Flight Radar 24 is also going to be coming to Navigraph charts another piece of the announcement, Navigraph says it plans to integrate real-world data directly into Navigraph charts in the future, so you'll be able to see live aircraft movements, interactive en route map alongside VATSIM and IVAO traffic. That's pretty cool. So, yeah, great news there for anyone on the project. It was actually a quick turnaround, considering Flight Radar were like, this is now being shut down, and then FSLTR were like, well, that's us done. Might as well go home now. But now, obviously not. So, good bit of news there. Now, news for FS Expo as Microsoft, Synaptech, Turtle Beach and more now confirmed as exhibitors coming to Flight Sim Expo. So we've seen this with Evan a week or 2 weeks ago. We were chatting about all the different areas at Expo where things are going to be located, such as the FS Elite stage. We have the SayIntentions stage. We have the eStall flying workshops with MOSA and National eStall. Very much looking forward to the Grinelli Design Combat Arena. That looks absolutely class. X-Plane have a lot of workshops in here as well, and of course we'll be waiting to see what Thrustmaster are going to be bringing to the table, because they have major announcements they're going to be making. Microsoft Flight Simulator have a massive booth as well, and yeah, it's going to be class. It's going to be class. Just Flight, I didn't see Just Flight. I don't think they're exhibiting. I don't think Just Flight are exhibiting. I'm sure there'll be someone from the Just Flight team that'll be there, but I don't think they're exhibiting at this year's expo. I could be wrong. But very much looking forward to it. Getting to see Turtle Beach Systems, Synaptech, looking forward to their A220, and of course with Microsoft being there as well. It's going to be great. Elevatex are going to be there. Motozolo are going to be there. Do you remember the miniature full cockpit setups? Going to be interesting to see that. So yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. You know. Now, with our last bit, we have two things here from SayIntentions, because they've done massive things, and considering they're still planning announcements to make at FS Expo, brand new announcements, they're still doing stuff in the background. So the SayIntentions AI Flow Pro widget brings communication, maps and checklists directly into the simulator. Now, we can talk about it, or I can show you, because if I can show you, well, it makes better sense, right? So inside Flow Pro, now you need to have Flow Pro. You can now add in the new widget from SayIntentions. And how it works is, I can launch SayIntentions here in the background, right? It'll probably look for an update now, because I saw an update pushed out to Savo. Yes, it is. Leave that closed for the minute. So what you can see here now, rather than having to go through everything on the app, well, everything can now be controlled directly from here. It's a little pop out. And what we have, well, we can see what we're tuned into, if we're connected, and we can even type our messages. Right? And send. Radio check. Nobody listening on that frequency. Right? So you can actually type all your messages directly into the sim using Flow Pro. This is brilliant. That's the comms page. Next up, we have all the available frequencies. Right? And again, we can click on these, and you'll see the way they've loaded them into the aircraft. Right? Next up, we have the live map. This will show where you are, but also if you're in a groupie flight, and you can go off and see different things. We also have some options down here. We can have traffic on, the weather radar. We can show TFRs, because SayIntention can create, and it shows traffic restrictions, right? And we can change the map as well. Where we can go with a satellite map, we can go dark, we can go IF4 or VF4, or we can even go street view as well. Absolutely great stuff. Traffic control, you can remove the AI if you wish, and then we have more information down at the bottom. Then we have the airport lookup. So for example, it knows we're at Kilo Lima Golf Bravo. Click on it here, click of a button, and we have all the information that we need. It's very similar to having Pocket Sky, but I think this dives a little bit deeper than having Pocket Sky in the sim. This is designed to work with Flow Pro. So you need to have Flow Pro from Parallel 42. But I think it's great now to see this, because this user interface, you know, it keeps you in the sim, which is great. The SayIntentions app, never had an issue with it, and they're constantly making changes to it. That's where all your options and so are. But once you have your, you know, the back end configured, you just do everything from in here. And it's class. And if you have checklists loaded, you can get your checklists on here as well. And then we can go into the pilot portal, the knowledge base, and you can log in, log out, do all that sort of jazz, all from inside the sim using SayIntentions widget for Parallel 42's Flow Pro. I think this is absolutely genius. It's genius. And it's great to see. Because you know yourself when you're flying along, next thing, just bring up flow, boom, there's your SayIntentions. Before they had another drop down, and that'll show you kind of like the older app. That's available if you don't have Flow Pro. If you have Flow Pro, this I think is amazing. It's very responsive, it's accurate, there's no messing. Anything you want to type into, right? So if we go into ground, we may or may not get an answer here. So if we go 1333, and if I type in radio check, I might get this back. Wait, you radio check, right? This might work, may not.
November 235 Romeo, Mike, Long Beach Airport, ground, roger, reading you loud and clear.
Right. What's the ATIS? Like you're able to type into that's class.
5 Romeo, Mike, IDIS Victor, arriving and departing runways 26 left, 26 right, wind 200 at 11 gust 17, visibility 10, few at 3900, temp 20, dew point 7, altimeter 2985, density altitude 700, advise on initial contact, you have Victor.
Now, you can slow down the response time as in how quickly they're talking, and you can dial all that down. I just have mine set because it's fairly fast. But not deadly. You can literally just type in everything, and it kind of gets it, right? You know, I mean, I don't have to say specifically in uniform what I need to say. Because it's using SayIntentions, it knows what you're trying to get to. Like, you can ask it kind of say, you know, hey, you know, can I fly from this airport to that airport? And, you know, will you keep an eye on me on radar? It understands what you're trying to say. Okay, you want VFR flight following? Sure, give me this squawk. You know what I mean? Brilliant. It's great to see they're doing great stuff over SayIntentions. And as I said, that widget now that works with Flow Pro, brilliant, right? And it should be available default as soon as you load it up. So in order to pop it into the wheel, if you have a blank area, press and hold, and then we'll go into the area. You can search for SayIntentions or just scroll down. You'll see community widgets by SayIntentions, drag it across, and you're good to go. Right, now go back in here for a second. Close that widget and close that. So that was the news from SayIntentions with their Flow Pro stuff. And then straight off, see this kind of crack with the taxiway layout and all this with the map. Like it's deadly, right? Check this out now. This is friggin' nuts altogether because this just got announced off the press the other day. And I want to make sure it's gone to everyone, which it is. I think it is. Right, it is. So, watch this now, look. So, El Marigin put out a post. Skynet Live multiplayer is going live for X-Plane. This was yesterday, right? Thrilled to announce that Skynet Live multiplayer will be available, or is now available, for X-Plane. You are no longer flying alone in your own bubble. X-Plane pilots can now see, follow, and fly alongside other live SayIntentions pilots in real time. And what's beautiful about this, it is fully cross-platform. Whether your fellow pilots are in 2020 or 2024 or X-Plane, you're going to see them exactly where they are in your simulated world. To make sure other pilots look like the actual aircraft are flying rather than generic white gliders, you'll need to link your CSL, that's the common shape library models, that's over on the X-Plane side, right? And therefore, if you guys are all flying Microsoft Flight Sim and I'm on X-Plane and we're using Skynet, I'll see you and you'll see me. Isn't that brilliant? Absolutely brilliant. And this one just kind of got, you know, out the gap very, very quietly. Isn't that brilliant? So X-Plane pilots rejoice. If that is your preferred sim, well, you can now be flying in a simulated world, all being powered by SayIntentions, and they'll show both aircraft. This is just awesome because it's always been kind of the missing ingredients. If you were flying on Microsoft Flight Sim with a groupie flight, well, you'd only see them. Now, because of this, you can now link it into X-Plane as well. So it doesn't matter what platform you're on. It could be on 2020, could be on 24, or indeed X-Plane. Everyone gets to see each other. And what makes SayIntentions that bit better than anything else, you have that ability to communicate with different pilots across the different platforms as well. Incredible stuff. Just incredible stuff. So well done to SayIntentions. That I think that's an absolute friggin' game changer. And they just kind of said, yep, that's ready now. Go off and play with it. Brilliant stuff. Absolutely brilliant stuff. So thus concludes our news. Now it's time to check out some add-ons. This is all terribly fun. And we're going to start off here with the Echo Simulations Falco, the F8L. An Italian-built aircraft. Has a long lineage. This one, of course, quite a modern one. The aircraft factory has a lineage of some, 70 years, right? But what we're looking at here, this aircraft released into the marketplace relatively quietly. It was like, hey, we're doing this, and boom, now it's out. So we're here today to take a little bit of a closer look. So you can see from the get-go, the external covers. We have the canopy cover, we have pitot tube cover, and of course we have some chocks on the ground here as well. So if I jump in or jump out, we can remove all of that. There she be. And now we can see what the aircraft looks like in all its glory. It comes with a number of different liveries. This one here, beautiful, kind of a silvery one, the Falco F8L, right? So when it comes to detailing here, the modelling work, it's very nice. From a new developer, I thought this was a decent first effort. There's one or two areas, a little bit kind of sus, like a little bit rough. But I think overall, they've done a great job capturing what the aircraft is all about. It's a beautiful airplane. It reminds me so much of, like, a Marchetti, Got some lovely detailing here coming in toward the engine, right? Got our prop spinner there. So it's done very, very nicely indeed. It's a beautiful looking aircraft, I think. General aviation, of course. And yeah, it's pretty much a Marchetti without the tip tanks. You know what I mean? Flight Sim 25, good to see you, buddy. So, yeah, absolutely gorgeous. From the exterior. We'll jump inside now. And welcome to the cockpit. And again, it's what you see on the outside. Well, they've replicated quite well on the inside, even to a slightly higher degree, I think. First and foremost, the main panel, the gauges, I think these are absolutely stunning. The detail is really pretty. They're all 3D. And I just think it's absolutely savage. I think it's done really, really well. Everything's easy to read. Texturing is quite nice. There's a nice kind of, you can kind of see the wear and tear in places. They've done a great job here with how everything looks. And the reflections and all the jazz, I think it's done really, really well, lads. It's a beautiful cockpit. Then the details we have here from our flight controls. Again, you're looking at all the detail down from the carpet, the seat adjuster, the texturing on the seats. It's all done very, very well. It's a two-seater plane. We've got a small little bench back here for cargo. He's an MRF. And you can kind of see the details in the back here for seatbelts. I think the modelling on this is superb. They've done a really nice job. Texturing is pretty nice as well. And of course we can open up that canopy. The only pain in the face is, of course, the canopy automatically puts you outside, which is just not ideal. I wish they just wouldn't do that, because it's nice to have the canopy open when you're just starting things off. You know what I mean? Now, there's click spots here, but I think they're for chocks, are they not? Maybe they're for chocks in terms of what we can open and what we can't. But we'll jump back in, because what I want to do, I want to start this machine up. So our canopy is indeed closed. We'll have a quick look here at our flight controls. We're still with the Mosa, so that's all looking good. Quick look down here with our trim wheel, all is looking good. We're in neutral, and we'll go ahead now and turn on our master battery. Landing gear in the down position, flap handle is in the up position. Master switch coming on. Alternator we're sticking on here now as well for the sheer crack of it. And we do have some options now in here. So we can see our landing gear warning lights. The horn light, we'll turn that on. We also get a G5 in here, which is pretty nice, right? So let me see. Nav lights. All our circuit breakers are modelled, right? They work. Fuel pump. Need to turn on the fuel. Fuel set to both. Alrighty, we're looking good there. Fuel pump. Okie doke. Fuel flow is looking good. Right, left, both. Clear prop. And we'll give it a start. Nice sounds, right? Nice sounds. Alright, go start the engine. Avionics coming online. Starter motor is disengaged. Nice shake and rattle from the control yoke. And you can disappear it if it's in the way. How do we reappear it now? That's the question. Here it is. Over to our avionics. Also bring up our G5. Barrow, that's all set. Panel lights. That's looking good. Landing lights. Alternate static air, that's all fine. Outside air temperature, that's all fine. And now she's running. We'll have a listen to the exterior sounds. As well. Right, let's taxi it out off the brakes. And let's see what it can do. Go for a notch of flaps. And I think I'm going the right way. I hope I'm going the right way. Yeah, we got a runway ahead of us. Yeah, it's modelled really well. I think it's a beautiful looking airplane. Sounds great, looks the part. In terms of like deep features or EFB or any of that, doesn't have it. But I think it's a very solid looking airplane. It's a nice place to sit, you know, when you're flying. So we'll ramble over here. So flaps are set. And we'll see what happens here now as we take off. So this is the Falco from Echo Simulations. Alright, we're looking good here. Power coming in. Little bit of a crosswind. Takeoff power set. Airspeed live. There's 60 knots. Easy now, Murph. It's very windy in Muppet. Yep, see Daisy. Little bit of LOD. Little bit of messing with the LOD at times. Let's get some trim in here. It's easy to trim. Easy now. Flaps are in. Nice climb out. Let's ease back in the RPM. Delayed Doppler. Yeah, there's something there. Speed-wise, I mean, it's going to cruise nicely at about 160 knots, give or take. Man, it's very windy here. But flying the aircraft, it's very nice to hand fly. It's not overly twitchy, it's responsive, it's relatively nimble, and it's fast. I mean, the thing can move. It's very similar to a Marchetti. Isn't it pretty? Mugan, take it easy, buddy. Alright. A little bit more trim coming in. Easy now. And that's us kind of trimmed. What do you think of it? Well, check out the old night lighting. Ooh, and very, so we do have some nice controls here. There we go. I mean, that's pretty, isn't it? That's very pretty. Just basic. But it's pretty. Look at those reflections on the canopy, man. That's gorgeous, isn't it? How's the stall? It's actually pretty good. We'll gain a bit of altitude here. External lights aren't bad. There's the strobes. Yeah, they look a lot better. Okay, so you want to test the stall. We'll bring it back to daytime. And up the hill. Hold. There's a stall. Wing drops. Similar to what you find in a glider. It's nice, isn't it? Watch the speed. Yeah, stall behaves really nice. Sumner, take it easy. Yeah, plane flies well. And it's not designed for aerodynamics or aerobatics, but you can kind of throw it around. You know what I mean? But I think anyone who might have been looking at it thinking, you know, is this a worthy investment? It is available over on the marketplace. I gotta say, it's a really nice airplane. It looks great. It flies great. And, okay, it lacks depth of features, right? As in EFB or, you know what I mean? But I still think it's a really nice plane. Get the in-sim EFB. So there we have it, the Falco. Do we like it? We'll try and take it in here for a quick landing. Let's see what we can do here. Add in a little bit of RPM. Not bad for a first timer. I agree. I agree. Right, get that speed right down. And we'll be turning for the runway. Any runway will do, Murph. Gear coming down. Great sounds with the drag from the landing gear and the flaps. Carlos, yeah, 100%. It's so windy, this is ridiculous. This is a proper crosswind landing. Probably beyond the rounds of what the aircraft should be doing, but we'll try it. Yes, friends, we're coming in sideways. Easy. Man, look at that windsock. Right, easy now. That's way too early on the flare.
Dreamy, sleepy, nighty, snoozy, snooze.
Ah, Jesus, Stu. You devil. Oof, 147. Yeah, it does not like crosswinds. Jesus. Right, we're alive anyway. That was the main thing. Is that where the term giving us socks came from? Kinda. We'd always say give it socks. So, the Falco F8L. I'm impressed, lads. I gotta say, it's a really nice airplane. As I said, looks, sounds, and flies really well. It's an interesting general aviation little tour. It has the speed, which makes it interesting. It has a beautiful analog steam gauge cockpit. And they've thrown in a G5 for the crack as well. You know what I mean? So kill the mixture. Decent sounds overall. It's a great plane. Pretty little plane. For the first time effort, I think it's very good. Do you know? Other things we have down here, so we have alt air, cabin heat, windshield heat, fuel, flaps. They're fuses. Man, they're big fuses. Pleasant place to be. Yeah, no, it's beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful. Great try from the developer, I've got to say. Awesome stuff. So that's available in the marketplace for anyone who's interested. Price-wise, it is €22.19. Definitely a new studio to keep an eye on. What do you reckon? So you find us here. We're at Crosswinds, Long Beach. That's where we are now, right? This is the brand new scenery from Crosswinds, located in Southern California. Serves as a unique gateway to the greater LA area, and still proudly showcasing the historic 1941 terminal. But other things that we have around here, we have some FBOs, we have Signature and Aeroplex, right? And this is a big airport. Got plenty of static aircraft parked around the place. Got some nice business jets here as well. This is a nice big airfield. It's friggin' huge, look. So we have, what's this over here now? So here's the photogrammetry that they were mentioning, and they've also put in 3D buildings as well. So they've modeled some of the downtown areas. So like the overall footprint of the airport, it's actually quite big. Look at it, it's huge. And there's loads of things going on here. Loads of little details, right? One over this side. Here's Atlantic Aviation, another FBO. Got some nice static models there. Got a Herc sitting out in the ramp. Out by the fire station then. It looks well, doesn't it? The relatively space hangar. Is that the name of it is? They've loads of stuff going on here, look. Yeah, there's savage detail here. That hangar's massive. Relativity. And you got more GA aircraft parked over this side. Cool. Right, we'll ramble down towards the terminals, shall we? Right? There's like those industrial buildings over here. Just outside. These are all modelled with the scenery as well. And there's tons going on. Cool. We got our T hangars here on the general aviation side.
Hello there.
Multi-use airport. A commercial space company, really. Gamer12, welcome in. Thanks for the follow, dude. So it's very much a mix of old and new, isn't it? From the general aviation side of the house. That's what I love about these kind of mixed airports, because cargo, general aviation, business jet, have tons of FBOs, and of course you have the commercial side of it as well. Not to mention the military side. Caribou Industries. That's cool, isn't it? I love exploring this. Like any scenery that makes you want to go for an hour look around, they're doing it well. Flysimware in the chat. Welcome in, lads. We're going to be checking out your incredible work in a few moments. You're very welcome in. Great to see it. This is beautiful, man. Look at this. Oh, yeah. Oh, heck yeah. This is beautiful. Check it out at nighttime. Even just this little scene here, look. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty? Can we go in here? Long Beach Airport. All gates. That's cool, isn't it? And rain. Oh yeah, we better check out the El Rain. Right now. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Give it a mo, give it a mo. It depends. It could be out here. Oh, that's pretty. Beautiful reflections, look. Jesus, I love this in the sim. It could be so friggin' therapeutic almost. The interior's done really well. And then we have the we've airside and landside. Long Beach. Right. Back to daytime. Dish. And back to live weather. Dish. Sweet. That looks... Is that like the original terminal in the 40s? No? No, that's not it. That's deadly. Fly LGB. The boathouse. Jeez, they've tons of detail, haven't they? And the interiors are done really well. The port of choice. This is pretty, isn't it? Look at the amount of all the different ground clutter that they have here. There's tons going on. Oh, check this out. Here's a mural. Mural? Ah, that's class, isn't it? Gorgeous. Alright, what else do we have? There's so many buildings around here, isn't there? Like, there's tons of them. Got all the different car parks. Got an open window there. It's very, very good. This is from Crosswind. It's done very, very well. Right, what else do we have? Let's continue our exploration. We'll ramble this way. Got a hotel here. The Marriott. All the surrounding buildings on top of the photogrammetry stuff. That's class. Wait, there's a pyramid in LA? Is there? Interesting. Just look where you are, like. Isn't the Queen Mary over there? It is, look. Man, what a location. Deadly. More stuff going on here, more hotels. Hangarage. The FAA. Got a tower. Gulfstream buildings. There's no model tower from what you can see. Yeah, this is very nice scenery. It's massive, isn't it? The scale of this place is huge. So you have commercial on one side, then you have a ton of FBOs. Flight safety are here as well, look. Oh man, look at all the helipads. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm well impressed. This is very nice. This is a great scenery. Crosswinds have really done a great job here, man. There's so much going on. And performance is fine, considering you're right in the middle of the heavy photogrammetry area. And there's tons, and I mean there are tons of objects all around the place. This is done really well. What's over here now? Flying through history. 100 years at Long Beach. That's deadly. That's really, really nice. Can we get into that? No. No. So there we have it. Crosswinds Long Beach. Isn't it beautiful? They've done a great job here. And like, it's just massive. The baggage claim area. And then the terminals as well. Very nice. Oh, look at that. It's all opened out there, look. Jeez, that's lovely. But sure, if you get the weather, you could have it. You know what I mean? Oh, there are I saw a Skoda. There was a Skoda here somewhere. I saw a Skoda. Surely there's a Skoda. I thought I saw a Skoda. Unplayable. If there's no Skoda, it's unplayable. Wait now. Wait now. Wait now. Ah, sure. Oh no, it's a friggin' Audi. Wait now. Wait now. No, it's another Audi. Ah, Jesus. No Skodas. Surely there has to be a Skoda. All my time is spent looking for Skodas. No Skoda. Denied. Beautiful scenery though. So you can pick it up over on the IndyBuilds website. 1439 Great British Pounds, or 1667 euro, or about 1933 US dollars. Phenomenal stuff there. Next, we're going to have a look at another aircraft, and the aircraft is marketed as a beta product, right? Because it's still being actively worked on, but it is that of the Lancair. In there now. Now, I'll show you. Cannot exit aircraft. Thanks. We shall configure this. So what we have turbo variants.
Hello there.
And we have with different avionics setup as well. G3X, GTN 750, and as I said, we have the turbo variants as well. All right. And remember, this is a beta, so there's nothing weird or wonderful. And I think the guys just pushed out another update there a little while ago. So we'll keep an eye on this here in a minute. So we're going to load into this one. It is that of the Legacy Starhawk, a G3X with a GTN 750, which has steering built into it as well. So we're going to load in here, and we're going to ramble over. Let me see. We'll go down to Fort Lauderdale. There we go. Second scenery we're checking out for this evening. And this is a bit overkill now with a small little plane at such a massive airport. But sure, listen, we'll go up to where the FBO is. And we'll say nothing. We'll ramble in here. Now, what makes this machine stand out, as I said, we've seen Flysimware products over the years. The Chancellor, one of my favourites, the Sierra, and of course the Learjet 35. And each of those aircraft just did a phenomenal job of capturing what the plane is all about, right? We'll put some serious hours in that Lancair, or in the, did you hear me, with the Lancair and the Chancellor, right? What we have here with the Lancair, it's quite impressive, because they've gone into using a brand new feature that's looking at the maintenance, the wear and tear, and the overall management of the aircraft, right? So in our walk around mode, in which we can walk around, naturally, well, it's a Lancair. They're a beautiful airplane. They're quite a big airplane as well. You know, you might see them, oh, they look small, but like, that's kind of accurate. These are quite a big old machine. You see, so what we'll do, we're going to remove before flight. Now we can do this the Flight Sim 24 way. We can just go up and click on the various assets, and we can check for oil in here as well, right? We can get access into the engine bay, which I think is here. Like, it's when you start seeing this level of detail, it is very, very impressive. Isn't that gorgeous? The detailing here, lads, I think is superb. This is superb, right? So we'll come on over here. We'll get this closed because I want to show you. Now you can activate what you need to from here. Actually, if you open the tablet, and we're going to go to the Lancair Legacy, and we have a number of options already in the tablet from here. So we have our utility page, and this is where we can go ahead and say, right, give me the GPU. So ground power unit will be available, right? We should see wires for that there, I think. Yeah, there's the cable, and there's our GPU. So that's all connected in. But we can go way more than that. We can open up the canopy door. Cabin lights, luggage, that's all fine, right? The fuel page, straightforward. We can start refueling. But it's not as straightforward as you think, because we can say, right, we can request the fuel truck to come up here and refuel the aircraft. So we can call the truck, or we can call the ATC fuel truck. So we'll call the truck. Here's our truck, right? And then he connects up to the aircraft itself. And now, only now, we can start refueling the aircraft. It's deadly. So we're going to start refueling. So we can put in fueling and see the numbers going up, right? So this is on the left wing. The right wing, we've 93 in that, so we'll let him do, that can do its thing, right? Now from here, we can go off and do other things, right? We don't have to be locked on the one panel. So they're refueling. We just need to keep an eye on it to you know, make sure that nothing horrible happens, right? So we're going to try and get a balance of the same in each wing. And then in here, we have our oil dipstick. Like, do you see the detail on it, right? So we'll let this guy finish. We'll release the fuel truck and then we continue on. But this is giving you like proper, this is my airplane vibe. I need to look after this thing. I need to make sure it's maintained. I need to be careful of the fuel that goes into it. I must do a walk around because I need to make sure I'm, you know, due diligence and all that, that the aircraft is behaving, right? So we're going to stop fueling on this side. 93 and 93. We're going to end the fuel truck. Off he goes. Get our oil back in. Did our GPU just go for a hop there? No. So then we go back. So that's our fuel. Now I want you to have a look at the maintenance page because this is where the thing gets silly. This is unbelievable. I don't think I can make that much bigger, so we'll pop it out. This is nuts, right? Hopefully now this isn't going to crash my sim. The joys of using reshade. Ding, 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 ding. There we go. You can do it, plane. Okay, so look, it's telling me maintenance is currently turned off. Go to the Flysimware options page to enable maintenance. All right, options. Headset filter off, maintenance active on, failures active on, and then we have save that state, or save state reset. Okay, so on the maintenance page here we have it. We can select our wear rate, and this is using, you know, number of hours based on number of hours based on the system, and usually what the mean time is between different failures. You can accelerate that. We have information here when it comes to the engine, so what engine we're using, so the Continental IO, fuel injected, and we have information here. The full maintenance repair will go off and do everything itself. Or we can go individually and see, well look, our spark plugs, percentage, right? Overall engine condition, so it's brand new. Our engine oil level, we got 6 quarts in here. We can refill it. 6 is what it wants. Air filter, air filter. Tire pressure, so we can, you know, top them up, change the values. The hydraulic reservoir, the bulbs, the strut pressure, right, pounds per square inch, oxygen pressure, the brake pad. That's all simulated in here. And then we have the overall state of the airplane. Is it clean? Mud on the body, mud on tires, dust, regular dirt, insects, runway tar, or even an oil leak, and we can wash the aircraft. Or you let it build up over time. And that's all from the maintenance tab. This is where your maintenance comes in. As you're flying the aircraft, it will give you signs that something is not quite right in the realm. And this is where you'll go in now to try and figure out where it is. You know what I mean? The engine oil leaks due to stock design, so it only lasts about 17 hours, so you have to keep an eye on the oil, and the leaks will show also. And it's nuts, isn't it? Like, it's incredible. So the engine actually does leak. Oil leaks, right? So that's what our, like, this is all brand new to Flysimware. Like, this is incredible. And look at the options we have. We've control over our spark plugs. We have control over the engine oil, the air filters, tires, hydraulic reservoir, bulbs, your brake pads, oxygen, struts, and then we have a full wash, clean the aircraft as well. You have a full maintenance repair, resets everything, right? All preemptive maintenance conditions to default. Then we have the failures page. Now failures, this can be mean time between failure, or you can schedule a failure. You can have a failure count. How many do you want? And you can show or hide different failures that happen. And we can increase this 1000% real time for failures, right? So we can schedule them and then find out which ones we want. Alternator, engine, hydraulic pump, landing light, strobe lights, like look at the sheer amount of things. Annunciator, angle of attack indicator, your audio panel. Like there's a ton of stuff in here we can fail. So we can have these as failures, what we're doing, by mishandling the aircraft, or we can set them up as, you know, training scenarios. Yeah, I want this to fail at this specific time, or then your mean time between failures. And it's all here. And you click on it to say, arm that failure, and then it'll happen. Look at the sheer amount of them. And this is a beta product, right? Well, they've loads of cool stuff in here. So that's our failure system. And then we have our options page. So this is all controlled from the EFB, the default EFB. And yes, you can turn failures off. If you don't want any of that headache, you can turn off the maintenance, or you can turn off the failures, or both. If you don't want to be dealing with anything, you can turn them off. Isn't that cool? So we're going to continue on here with the aircraft itself. We got our covers back on, right? And we're going to jump in to show you what it's all about. We'll remove the rest of our remove before flight. See the fuel cap going? We could have forgot that, right? So we'll jump in here knowing that we have the GPU turned on. So welcome to the cockpit. Beautiful Garmin screens on this one. We have our fuel selection valve. We have our headset. And they'll give you your headphone simulation as well. You can get that from the tablet. We have our canopy latch just there behind us. I mean, look at the texture work here, lads. Isn't this beautiful? Isn't it gorgeous? Them seats extra comfy, right? So what we can do, I think we latch that closed, or we click here. We just click here, I wonder? No. We got to close this first and then we can latch it. There we go. And you'll hear the audio change. And now our canopy's latched. But that's not all when it comes to the audio. This is friggin' cool. Check this out, right? So we have this kind of a two-tone kind of a bar that goes around. I kind of like it, this extra line, right? And you can pop your tablet up here beside you. Or if you don't want your tablet there, you can disappear it. Entirely up to you, all right? So it's a little bit dark here, but bear with. So we have our park and brake. We have a Garmin G5. We have all our panel lights and switches and all the jazz, right? Canopy open light. So if the canopy's open, it'll light up. Almost like your car, right? Not deadly. We've detail down here, right? So hydraulic valves. Like there's class stuff going on. Fire extinguisher. Throttle control friction, which we have visually, of course. Now this one isn't experimental, I don't think, but there are experimental ones with it. So let me see. Prop, ram air is closed, throttle, fuel is on the left tank, right? We're going to make sure that our gear is in the up position, our flaps are neutral, right? And as I said, wait till you hear the state. We got our rudder pedals down here, and if we just move this little wheel guy, little handle, you can adjust the rudder pedals. That's deadly, isn't it? And look at the detail on the friggin' pedals. Beautiful. Gear down, rather. What did I say? Gear up. Right, so let's have a quick look here. So we're going to go battery on. Is that the hydraulic pump, I wonder? Right, we'll give it a moment. Avionics stays off for the minute. Nav lights can come on. Landing lights are not worried about. That's our fuel pump. We'll worry about him in a minute. Speed brake we're not using. Canopy seal. I'll wait till I start the engine for that. The fan. And your air conditioning unit. Oh, it's the GPU running. Beg your pardon. That's the GPU. Now, we don't need a GPU to start this. So what I might do, I might, we'll remove the GPU for the crack. Utilities, GPU off. GPU is gone. All right. So let's see if we can start this machine up, right? So we're going to say fuel pump. Fuel pump on low. We have fuel pressure coming in. Fuel pump high. Difference of sounds. That's pretty cool. All right, let's give this a blast and see what happens. Mags, left, right, both. We'll say clear prop. And then we'll get the light on to say starters engaged. So let's give it a start. Beautiful sounds. Every sound was custom cut. Really? Sounds beautiful. Right, alternators, double check that they're on, which they are. Avionics now can come on. Emergency bus. Yaw trim is there if we need it. Oxygen is coming in. That's tested. Here's our GTN 750 from PMS 50. That integrates with it lovely. EGT temperature says hot. Don't worry about that, we're only idling. Have a look at and listen at this. Canopy seal, right? And listen to the sound difference. Or I can turn it off. Isn't that incredible? So basically what the canopy seal is, it's a small little membrane that inflates to give you that seal when the canopy is closed. You've seen it in other aircraft before, but we get the sounds with it as well now. You know, speed brake took almost 2 days to get the sounds right based on the interior and exterior. No way. There's a speed brake. Caution light is on. Speed brakes, they're like what you see in the Fuga, yeah? Beautiful. Neckmancer, thank you very much indeed. Very kind of you, dude. Alright, let's have a look over here. So we can see select page, timer, that's okay. Map, checklist, that's all grand. Aircraft, that's all fine. Menu, that's all grand. Wind vector, speed direction, it's all grand. You can have synthetic vision on or off if you want, entirely up to you. Full map. Now let's have a look. So we have our annunciator panel, but it's in a couple of areas, right? Our CO2 tester. And reset. Traffic mute. CO2 detection, warning, reset. Parking brake is grand, canopy lights are on. Panels and switches. The lighting on this is fantastic. Footwell. Cabin. Even the cargo area. And little logo lights here as well. Now, we also have trim servos, hydraulic pump, MFD reverse mode if you need to, nav systems, all static air, and then we have our emergency locating transponder. Audio in, oxygen for emergency oxygen. And this is all on, and we can select the mode, normal. What was D again? Interesting. In cooler, out warmer. Check this out. Why is that doing that now? Oh, it's reading the PSI. It's all simulated. See where your fuse board is, look. Get out of town, will you? Isn't that class? N night manual, D day is auto. Ah, sweet, okay. Have you ever seen aircraft fuse boards like that? Like, ever? Bob, thank you very much indeed. 26 months, dude. Cheers! The modelling on this is beautiful. Alright, let's go and test out one of these. We've got failure page. Landing light. Start at speed, or... Wait now, can we not just do it straight away? Schedule? Wait now, did I turn these off? Hold! Nav strobe light. Now, is that going to hit me now? Oh, meantime. Oh, I got you now, okay. Do we need to change the meantime in between? Failed. Right, I can't see it on this. Uno momento. And the cabin lights down. We're supposed to be able to see that, aren't we? Jeez, the lighting is gorgeous, isn't it? A light failure. Circuit breaker. That's deadly. It's lighting up like a Christmas tree. Look at that, man. The fuses actually light up. That is fantastic. Isn't that class? Click on the fuse to repair. Oh, that's really cool. That's awesome. Beautiful feature. Aircon running. Yeah, the lights are really good, aren't they? Let me see. Landing lights. Strobes. Okay. Many things for me to break. Beautiful lighting effects. Sounds great, doesn't it? Look at the Jays, look at the canopy there, look. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Right, let's have a listen to the sounds. It also has flash landing lights. You can see if there you can pulse them, yeah. Right, we'll have a listen to the sounds, lads. Sim acoustics, right? Very pretty. Very, very pretty. Right, if we jump back in here, I want to just save this view. And go. Right. We've all sorts of warnings. Low RPM, that's what was giving us the warning. Alright. Easy now. Insta-buy. So it is, remember, it's a beta, but anyone who has experience in Flysimware, like, these guys push updates daily, right? Well, don't hold me to that, but like, they usually have updates so very quickly. Now, there's a runway around here somewhere. I'll do it. Easy now. So this is the Lancair Legacy, which is being developed by Flysimware. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Okay, so we got a notch of flaps. But we won't need it. I mean, this thing is going to move. That's to open the canopy. And then I think for headphone simulation, headset. That's very good, isn't it? Who needs a headset? We're here to listen to the machine. Are we ready, sports fans? Let's see what happens. To infinity and beside. Yay! Is this the sound? Speed live. 60. 80. Oopsie daisy. Woohoo, she's squally. Ah, lads, the sound of that. That's beautiful. Right. Gears up, flaps are in. Calm it all down. Bit of trim. It gives you a tingle. That angle of attack meter is brilliant, isn't it? Right, set up me Toby. There we go. Man, what a beautiful plane. Got the sun visor tinted window going on. Look at her speed, look. 180 knots indicated. 250 indicator, supercharger. 271. Hey Blaker, thanks for the follow. Alright, climb a bit here. Oopsie daisy. Savage. Alright, still climbing. Bloody rocket ship. Jemima's giving out to me. Right, let's see if we can throw it into a stall. Beautiful. Jesus, that was lovely. Check the sounds, man. That's incredible. Nice wing drop. So, like, you're getting the aircraft, the systems, the sounds, the flight handling, the model work, and then you're getting the depth of simulation from the maintenance and the failures. It's available right now. You can pick this up from Flysimware's website. Note, it is a beta. They're still working on it, right? It's a freaking incredible machine so far. Inverted for science. I wonder would we starve the engine? We're inverted for science. Analog is coming in about 4 weeks. Nice. You made the mistake of correcting that one on your first PPL. Didn't go down well. Uh-oh. This is GPHI. It goes ups to down. This is a beautiful plane, lads. This is gorgeous. Right, what about a spin? Climb up here now like a devil. Look at the speed. 220 knots. Sound is so good. Alright, let's get very aggressive. I have a nav radio tuned into something. Just a drop. Okay, what can we do to feather the prop, if that's a thing? Right, there's the prop feathered. Engine out. Easy now. Oh, friggin' gorgeous. Right, okay. Let's see, can we fix the situation? Out of feather? Now, I wonder, can it restart itself? Yep, it can restart itself. Once you have sufficient airflow hitting that prop, no problem. Engine kicks back in. This is beautiful. And look at the details we're getting from the cylinder head temperature, EGT, RPM. It's all there. Even the audio changes based on the ram air. Right, how good are the speed brakes? So power to idle, speed brakes. Oh heck yeah! Look at that rate of decel. Turn off the alternators. Look at the blue airplane decal. Alternators. Oh, look at that. Oh, wow, your caution light. Look. Now, does it go red if you have like a catastrophic failure? I wonder. Hydraulic failure. No? Right now? So I'm trying to, like, engine failure, right? Okay, so maybe work is needed on that. Really? Open the canopy? Oh shit. Look, it turns red! Brilliant! Do you hear the sound difference? If I get rid of the pump or the seal, listen. That's the air now rushing in under the gap in the canopy. Ah, James, that's very good, isn't it? That's very, very good, lads. Absolutely class, lads. Class, I say. Right. What else can you try and break? Many, many things. But like, this is just kind of the first look into the Lancair Legacy from Flysimware. I think it's absolutely incredible. Looks great, sounds great, flies great, tons of features. Isn't that incredible? Absolutely incredible stuff. The project started in early 2025, 15 months of work. No way. It's looking great so far. Massive shout out to Flysimware. Lads, you know, if you saw it and you were like, yeah, I don't know, that's an awesome airplane. And it's a beta. They're still working on the thing. Like, that is incredible. Plus, they're going to have a steam gauge variant, they hope, in the next couple of weeks as well. This is something we can really kind of dive into, because there's many systems at play here, you know, and there's all different engine variants. It's, man, this is class. It's beautiful. Great developer, loved all their aircraft, especially the 414. 414 is awesome. Yeah, like the Chancellor's an awesome plane. They actually had access to the real airplane, if I'm not mistaken, right? So absolutely incredible stuff. Incredible. We'll have to have a. Yeah, so I just see the message there. Even the version I have is now out of date. They've just released a brand new one, right? Incredible. Murphy, show the timestamp video of the tires filling up. Timestamp of the videos. Where's that now? I don't see that. Is that my Discord? Right now? Aha. Wait, is this it? Yes. Check this out as well. I mean, this is ridiculous. Look. So have a look at the tires here, lads. This gets ridiculous. Check it out, look. So going through the full walk-around check, look at the tire, look. Like, they actually model the tires deflated. And they've animated it. That's got to be a first. I don't think I've ever seen that in Flight Sim. Never in the history of Flight Sim have we seen tires get inflated in real time. And animated. And if you notice, it's only that one tire. You got to go off and do the other one. Oh no, it's doing them all. It's doing them all. Never mind. So the decals actually animate instead of the mesh. That is insane, the detail. Insane detail. Incredible stuff. It really is. It's absolutely incredible stuff. I love it. This is truly the golden age of Flight Sim, and it really is. That's incredible work. I cannot wait to fly this more, to explore it more, and of course keep up to date with all the updates you guys are bringing to it. What an exceptional general aviation airplane. The bar has been set quite high, considering the competition in this space. This is awesome. I never thought I'd have been into a Lancair Legacy. I'd be like, yeah, it's a Lancair, yeah. It's absolutely brilliant, isn't it? Savage. Absolute savage. Right, while we're here, lads, we need to move on, but a massive shout out to Flysimware. Just incredible. It's $46.99 ex-tax over on the Flysimware's website, and it comes with a massive manual, right, in which you can learn all the stuff about the things with the stuff. There's 93 pages already in the manual. And they're still adding more. Like, they're adding more to this. Isn't that class? So, yeah, lads, highly recommend you check out this one. It's incredible. Look at the detailing, like. Savage. Manual made simple. It's awesome. The bulbs light up based on battery voltage for the GPU. Oh. It's class. It really is. Great to see, lads. Great to see. Right, for our last bit then, we're here at Fort Lauderdale Hollywood Airport, a brand new release from MK Studios, and you can pick this one up also over in the IndyBuild store. It's priced just under £20, right? It did Northern Air about an hour ago. We covered it. So we're here in Florida. Fort Lauderdale. And just looking around here, there's tons of scenery. Tons of scenery. There's tons of objects. MK Scenery, or MK Studio, they do a great job. Just look at this, look. There's no Skodas. The road, the 3D roads. Right onto the approach line. That's very good, isn't it? We got our VOR station. Jesus, look at the detail. That's insane. That's awesome. Okay, let's ramble in. We'll go exploring. Nicely modelled hangars. FBO in a terminal. Here's signature. Ah, deadly. Has they've modelled the interior for signature as well. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Jesus. We just need to find Estevo 1 Canevo. They've done the whole thing. That's awesome. We continue on. Bombardier. Loads of hangars and stuff. All the interiors. Control tower interior. Man, this is really good, isn't it? This is beautiful. Like, when you see this level of detail, I mean, we got to go back and look at Dublin. MK did Dublin, but like, look at this level that they've gotten to. This is incredible. Look at this. Dedicated to all the US naval aviators who served Naval Air Station Fort Lauderdale. Oh, that's awesome. Alright, we're still on the FBO side of the fence. Jeez, it's huge. It's a huge area, isn't it? All the hangars, look. So business jets are popular here, but of course you also have your general aviation, and of course you have your... yeah, we're going to have to... This would be our Opelaka variant. VIP. This is class, lads. Shell Air, or Shelled Air rather, are here. Like, even the detail in between the hangars, look. And look at those clouds. I mean, this is impressive. This is very impressive. Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood International. And that's before we even get to the passenger terminal. This is all the FBO neck of the woods. We've got tons over there. Right, we'll ramble in. What be this? Fire station? Perhaps. I'd say so. Okay. Oh, jeez, look at the detail here, lads. That's stunning. Their texture work has gotten so good. They've modelled the interior. That's awesome. It's a big owl airport, this. We got more over here. Man, that's very good, isn't it? MK Studios. I gotta say, I mean, Key West, that's probably my favorite MK Studios airport. This one, this is absolutely incredible. It's impressive, isn't it? Cheers, Al. We'll take a look. Crane, all the car parking, the roads heading in. Ah, lads, this is deadly. Terminal 1. Jeez, it's very good, isn't it? This is probably the best scenery I've seen from MK Studios. Terminal 2. Ah, would you look at this? Starbucks. Gates. That is deadly. But how does it fare out at night time? That is the question. Impact on FPS, it's not bad, Scott. I'm not seeing any kind of major issues at all. Ooh. Hang on now, Jemima. Oh, heck yeah. Ah, lads, would you look at the state of that? Isn't that incredible? Like the size of the airport. It's a huge airport. What's it look like from this side? Beautiful night lighting, but it's the detail over here at the terminals. Look, I mean, it's photorealistic, isn't it? Look at that. So, Nando Kitty, this is Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport from MK Studio. And the detail is off the friggin' charts on this one. This is a brilliant scenery. Oh, I see me future TBM flights out of here. It's just going to happen. Back up to the FBOs, actually. What's the lighting like up here? Look. Also insanely good. No SCOTUS from what I can see. Which is a shocking result. Absolute shocking. Right, we'll stick it back onto live and that's the wrong button completely. Live, in you go. Go. Ish and ish. Yeah, it's gorgeous, isn't it? They've done a phenomenal job here. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Fair play to them. MK Studios, they've knocked it out of the ballpark with this one. And Jesus, even the marina look. Would you stop? What do you think, lads? Impressive, isn't it? I see many a flight now coming out of here. Do. Full bars on the house. Interesting. The marine is fantastic, yeah. That's good. Like, they've so much going on. Even the harbour's model down there, look. That's pretty cool. Oh, great job from MK Studios. James, when you see this, you know, you'd be thinking, if like, can they get Dublin to that level? Like, wouldn't that be incredible? Come on, MK, you know you want to. Brilliant. Right, lads, that's going to do us for this evening, but I want to say a massive thank you for tuning in tonight. Also into our stream earlier on over on the MSFS official Twitch stream along with Moza. Tonight we checked out the Falco, we checked out Crosswinds Long Beach Airport. We checked out Flysimware's Lancair. We're going to be spending more time at that machine, I think. And then finally, MK Studios, Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood International Airport. Incredible stuff. I gotta say, beautiful stuff. So hope this has been of service to you. The idea again behind all of this, lads, it's to help inform you. If you see an add-on that you might like, always let me know, and chances are I'll grab it, or I'll try and grab it. We are very much in that golden age when it comes to flight simming. Like even tonight we're seeing some incredible things. That Lancair is just beautiful, but it's a buyer's market, as in there's so much choice out there. So before you go spending your money, if you want to see something showcased or just checked out, let me know, and we'll be sure to feature it in the stream. Your bank balance is getting nervous again, right? I didn't see Wombat, it's just as well. But yeah, what do you mean they broke down on the way to the airport? Skodas don't break down. You mad? Also, shout out to Roy. Roy's 2 apps as well. Be sure you grab them, lads. Absolutely incredible stuff. And all the news as well that we got from SayIntentions now with Skynet working on X-Plane. Incredible stuff there. So yeah, just what a time for simming. We're back to you tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock Zulu. We're going to be flying in the Starship. We might go this neck of the woods and see what the crack is. And then tomorrow night we have a VATSIM flight. We're going to be flying in the 737. And then Friday night we have our Flight Sim Expo virtual fly-in. And then a bit of Forza after that. So all to go from tomorrow. So lads, thank you all so very much indeed for tuning in. Have a lovely evening. See you on the next one. Keep an eye on the right engine. See what happened? The engine cover just got ingested into the engine, and it's about $1.5 million worth of damage. These are the things you can forget. Over there. Oh, sweet, something is going on! Jesus! Medic! Look at this big E, just Jesus. There's nothing to see. No, there's nothing to see at all. Is Mike Roch in the chat? Mike Roch? That's brilliant! Hey everybody! Is there a Mike Roch here? Is Mike Roch here? Katie Taylor. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be a great